Yo, chat. All right, we're about to be week 2, day 2. We first matchup is gonna be LA Thieves versus Paris Gentlemates. So let me go ahead and pop that up.
Last week, they're able to do it.
I love this roster. I mean, when you look at it, like both these teams, they match up very well against each other. And, you know, for Scrap, he's got Beezy and Hydra in front of him. Like, you just have to expect those damage numbers to straight up continue. I will say, in the particular matchup, though, Hardpoint, it hasn't been great for LA Thieves going up against the Gentlemates. They played them earlier in the year, the preseason, lost both of them 250 to 120. So that's exactly went their way.
Here's a look at your AR pyramid presented by Breaking Point preseason. We're talking, should we shift anything around here?
Yeah.
Ghosty and Sib still in that
Kenny
middle tier,
should definitely
Scrap in the
move up.
second tier with Kenny in the fifth.
Yeah, Kenny probably go up for some of the Heretics guys. I understand from the preseason the way they looked at it.
But Kenny should definitely move up. I'd almost even put him in there for Abuza. Almost.
We'll talk about it more throughout the show. For now, I'm told our maps and modes are ready, which means the players are almost in that lobby. So let's jump in. Your best of 5 is going to feature 3 different game modes. We start off with Hardpoint Search and Destroy. Overload will be game 3, and if needed, we'll go to Colossus Hardpoint for a game 4 and 5 Search and Destroy. Let's talk through the first 3, though. Yeah. Who has the edge with Den, Exposure, Den up first?
Yeah, I mean, the edge is going to go to the Gentlemates. I mean, you look at how they've been on Den, looking at the Den Hardpoint preseason until now, 4-3, and then 3-1 on the Overload Den as well. Where the advantage goes to LA Thieves, we get all the way to that game 5. Not only have they look better in Search and Destroy, they're also 3-1 on that.
This is true. The Search is the only like weird area for Gentlemates right now, because after that FaZe Vegas match, like I feel like I've lost confidence in them and their
100%.
Search and Destroy. So that's where it gets weird, but I'd also get worried about BC and Hydra falling out.
You lost 6 straight rounds where you gave up 6 straight first bloods. You got dominated.
It might be a map thing too. Maybe we just never need to spawn in on that again.
This entire week
I don't know.
the primary focus has to have been Search and Destroy.
I lost my faith in numbing medication, but I have full faith in Allie's predictions. Allie, where are we going? LA Thieves or Gentlemates?
I've been thinking about this one for the last 24 hours because this is such a banger of a matchup. I'm going to keep my faith. I'm going to keep my faith in the Gentlemates.
I'm going LA Thieves.
For Rosalie? LA Thieves. I'm feeling Hydra today. Let's go Paco and Scrap. LA Thieves for me and the fans. They're also riding La 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 versus Paris on the mic for this one. We got Chance, who looks like a tiny elf on Christmas Eve. How we feeling, Chance?
A handsome one.
I need Chance to elaborate.
There's nothing to elaborate on. I feel fantastic. Top to bottom, Chris, so can't relate, buddy. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great matchup we have today. Gentlemates going against LA Team. A lot of intertwining storylines between the organizations. Envoy and Dan Ghosty obviously having played for LAT. Envoy having won in champs with LAT and going against former teammates that he won with and guys like Kenny. It's fun the entire way around. This is going to be one of the best matchups we've had this year so far.
And it's a nice sort of tone setter for the rest of the season and for who's that top spot. I mean, Optic right now, obviously looking fantastic, but at top 4, still a lot of dancing around. We'll find out who's going to be walking away with a big dub in a mo. But Charles, excited to get into this one, dude. A lot of Den. Blackheart's kind of back, kind of, but lots of Den today. Still excited to watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I think Den has become probably like the most played map, at least it seems like so far in the first few weeks of the CDL, and very straight up map as well. Very well structured. I think for Overload, it's incredibly well balanced as well. So it is a map where you can truly set yourself apart. And I know that Overload especially going to be a focal point in this series. LAT, the death touch on it, the stats they have so far look incredible. 5 goals per map played. They've been dominant in the game mode, and I think Overload, at least initially, seems like where your teamwork really gets shown off the most. So I think Gentlemates definitely have their work cut out for them. Obviously, though, on the objective front, guys like Envoy, he can be a wizard when he is on point. So I'm thinking we got a high-octane battle here.
A high-octane battle, shout out LaRue. Again, when it comes to a squad like this, you've definitely got a high ceiling with the objective minds. This is something we're not worried about. I mean, the Search and Destroy 6-0 was a real struggle, but as Ali said, could have been a map thing. We'll find out if it's a matchup thing, more data throughout the year accumulated. And of course, a squad like the Mates, with that objective mind, they will be putting in the work. They will be figuring out their weaknesses and how to get over them. But for now, it looks like the fist bumps are complete, and that means it is nearly time to dance, boys and girls. Our first hard point really should set the stage for the rest of the series. S&D's a different beast. Overload, a fun mix of both. But for now, Straight into the hard point. Kicking things off here on Den.
Yeah, and Miles, we can definitely touch on it more when the S&D comes up. But a great thing for the Gentlemates, acknowledging those first bloods, their defeat in the S&D against FaZe. That's like a Band-Aid patch that they need to have. Their team has been strong enough at the start that they're having to make these minor tweaks. It's not like they're trying to, use a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. So I think they're in a great spot, though, off the opening break. LAT in a much better one. They've got hill time secured, and they got the mid-cut battle one as well. Everything's going smoothly.
It was smooth. A slight undulation in their journey towards 250 so far as Ghosty and Envoy, and it is Ghosty on a 3 spree now, fighting and holding a member of the Thieves back. They've not been able to get too much past that 9-point mark, but as you said, the mid-cut battle continues, and Ghosty on a 3 spree, if not for the pick up there from Scrap, he's still rolling. Great stuff.
Prime position. Envoy is able to give you 2, but as long as Scrap is in the back line, the minimap's going to be weird. And LAT already set up on rotation, so you trade away the final 10, but you make sure you're set up over towards new. And this P2 is going to be a highlight reel machine, where even though LAT got there first, Ghosty already chopping a couple people down. It's a battle for the back spawn. Scrap doing his very best. Neptune, though, off the respawns there. And Hydra, well, talk about being inside of a pinch. Instantaneous break there for Paris.
Yeah, perfect work. Envoy was the first man in, first to fall on the counter-attack now from the LA Thieves on a Civ. Powerful damage. Second man's not going to go down. In a scrap in a time, he and Kenny get theirs. Ghosty down and out. Last man who's fighting tooth and nail. Envoy from spawn. And can he keep it together? No, it's a break for the Thieves.
No trophies though, so the bloodbath is going to continue. Tagged up by the nades, Kenny doing a dance. Sid gets the best of them, and the trades rolling through. Hydra, last man standing for his team, and he gets cleaned up. Now you got another pinch because Kenny spawns in the bag. Gentlemate's not going to be able to read this. Good news though, they have extra bodies, so Kenny gets a freebie. And maybe the trade's going to be quick, or maybe Kenny just gets to slow a few players down. It's an extra kill, baits the kills his direction, cleans house, and LAT at this point, well, the stats look great. The rotation, a little bit mixy. Scrap holding it down.
Hey, holding it down while new hot points up. We are there first. Snowball with Scrap, still holding it down toe-to-toe with Sib. It's a main AR battle now, waiting for the next wave. Stands up over the sides. Here comes Hydra on the left flank. Trades in and out. We're going to go right to the point, and Kenny brought down immediately. Neptune and Ghosty get theirs, and another break for the Gentlemates.
Yeah, and in that moment, a great job as Civ just staying alive towards the middle of the map, making sure Kenny can't help with the reinforcements through the front. So Gentlemate's a well-oiled machine. And now Civ, off of that play, goes and re-pinches it. So LAT now getting funneled through the front. Everybody's going to fall, and Ghosty continues his path of destruction. 14 kills he already has. We're on P3.
Oh, P3, and not to mention close to the Hellstorm. He is getting there, folks. A few more assists. Kills from time, and a 1v1 like this against Scrappy, somehow walking away with a hit point advantage. Massive work. The back end, though, the work being done by Neptune. As we see the rotation now complete, and once again, the Gentlemates will be first in on time.
Yeah, they're just backing him down as well. Ghosty, they're running away from him at this point. Now he gets to collect some of the hill time. That Hellstorm really just in his sights, and he gets to bait his teammates. So Neptune's going to fall. Ghosty looking for a little bit extra. He is by himself, but he has been undeniable. The kill streak is going to be secured. The kills might fall and go in LAT's favor, but the Gentlemates are in a great spot. He got the streak. He got a 50-point lead.
Great time, and also use it. I mean, a hard point like this, you could break it with that 30 seconds to go. Maybe on the next go around, but for now, Thieves, they're dug in. Defensive positions are starting to crumble. Ghosty now on the approach to the outside. Envoy picks up what he can. Sib's there in the feed as well, but at the end of the day, the hard point is still red. The Thieves have got the next 15.
Yeah, and they're just looking to try to see if they can get any little bit of extra time. So soak the last bit, but Gentlemates, you can see their strat is to not let them breathe. You're fighting for the final bit of scrap. You're trying to set yourself up on a rotation. Sib is behind enemy lines, and Gentlemates have 2 players near time. Hydra just waiting for the kills to fall into his lap. He does get the freebie, but it's a mini-map for LAT where, again, it's been mixy the entire time, and when you're fighting from a deficit, it's just a massive uphill battle.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Well, second set on us now. Hydra. LA finds himself one. High Scrap joins him in the feed as well. So now an opportunity for the Thieves to dig in here a little bit more. The first P1 not massively productive for either squad. This time, looking better for the Thieves. 20-point game right now, and Ghosty says, nah, say bye-bye to the momentum you once had. Trophy safe Scrap for a moment longer. Hellstorm lands, and under the smoke, we're going to see the hard point go back over to the Thieves.
Yeah, and Hydra has been playing the most patient game. So that Hellstorm is null and void, completely ineffective. LAC still get the time. And Hydra, in the meantime, this is, again, a very patient 5 spree. He cares so much more map-to-map positioning. And where his teammates falls, he gets to be the cleanup crew. A couple players get called out, one shot tagged up, and he only is able to take 2 of them down. Nonetheless, LAT fought back. He get rid of the streak. It's only a 10-point game, but now we go back to this ever so faithful P2 battle. The bloodbath is going to continue, and right now LAT have no pressure on the pinch.
First time it was back-to-back breaks for both of our squads. And this time, it looks like the mates are going to hold. Last man there, Scrap, absolutely dancing, making them sweat for it. A pinch is now on with Kenny once again. Opportunity to get towards the back. Doesn't block the spawns. Reinforcements will be close in from the gentlemates. Now the front line pushed out by Sib. Lovely work so far. And not a lot of pressure on time.
Bears has been on point, man. This P2, they've just been dominant. This is another 5 spree now for Ghosty. This is
21 and
back-to-back
9.
P2s where he has just simply been that guy. Anytime this man pulls out the Dravik, it seems like he's good for a highlight reel play. And funnily enough, the most dominant hills I think we've had this game have been P2, so I'm expecting a bloodbath. Paris might just have it dialed in.
That's a ridiculous stat line with a minute 20, 21 and 9. But once again, Thieves, we get into position first over to the throne. We're going to check those status on who the king is right now, because 7 in a row, 23 in the bag, and that's the hard point as well.
I mean, listen, he's out here trying to prove a point, right? A 50-point lead, another clean, just perfect break. Everybody in position. Paris, this has been a pretty unchaotic hardpoint map as well. Outside of maybe a single hill, I feel like Gentlemen have just been sort of firmly in control. Now you're taking the fights purely through the front. You got the mid control. You don't have to worry about that. It's all guns forward. Envoy gets 1 damage on the second. Ghosty over here looking for the trades. The damage is good. The cleanup is good. And then Ghosty can do no wrong. Another 3-piece, another streak. The man is 26 and 10.
He drops the perfect detonate as well to slow down the next guy. I know where to pick that up, but you'll take it. Paris Genomates, what a run so far. 178 to 106 as the LA Thieves struggling to find themselves here on Den. Stay on board with Ghosty. He's an animal. Has he got another streak? For the love of God, man.
Maybe that's why he called the first one in. Yeah, he's got the crossing.
He tried to prove a point.
It was a single gunfight.
Should have dropped him.
The kill. Well, not the man that replaced him. That was a beast that falls second. And the one-shot kills him.
He got 30 kills
through.
right now.
I mean, this is just a perfect Call of Duty gameplay coming in from Dan Ghosty. No notes.
No notes. Well, the player cam is getting pretty lean. He is roaring. Here comes another one. Perfect snap. More damage. Hydra can't find the kill. He wants it with the Jaeger. Wanting the jump chal as well. Ghosty still finding time. Flanks are on. And a break now from the LA Thieves. And boy, did you need it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a 100-point game. Not that I'm over here trying to down LAT, but at this point, I'm just bigging up Dan Ghosty.
Yeah.
I mean, Neptune, Superstar Slayer, finally give him a little bit of love as he's cleaning up kills towards the middle of the map, but I mean, Gentlemates are just on top of everything. That is another 2-piece, by the way, in the feed there for Dan Ghosty. You got now number 6 set up inside of Broken. Sib gets to play off him. And if you're LAT, I mean, you're just sprinting into an absolute blender. You make it through the front line, and well, you get chopped down as soon as you get there. You're back towards these 50-50 fights, and I'd say LAT maybe have a small edge. Anytime they get towards the middle of the map, they get cleaned up instantly.
Come on. I mean, we were giving our certain flowers to the Sibs, the Scraps of the AR world, but it is Ghosty today. 36 and 13. Soaking away time. Sib in there. As Ghosty now with a coverage. Finds himself one. Snap on, and the next man is good enough for his teammates. And now another clean sweep.
He about to have 40.
Gentlemates rip the LA Thieves into pieces.
And I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, Miles. I feel like a triple positive KD from Dan Ghosty. That's pretty good at 38 and 13, 2 minutes of hill time. I mean, Dan Ghosty just played a perfect hard point.
That was absolutely one of the more
he dropped 38.
We've seen Ghosty put on individually. Damn, son. Got up against his old boys, his old brand. That's a tough one to swallow. Show him the stat screen. See how much damage he put out. He was winning his individual fights nearly every step of the way. He was picking up the one-shots. He was soaking hard point. 2 streaks to his name. He did it all. 1-0 to Paris Gentlemates.
Did it with every single gun as well. He was getting Dravik kills, he was getting M15 kills, and he was getting pistol kills. I mean, we looked at that sort of AR pyramid tier list we had at the start. Dan Ghosty was in the third row. I mean, he's been playing well enough that if he's able to do this type of thing in every game mode, which so far he has been, he might have a case for being one of the best players in the game. That is 19 objective kills. And of course, if you're looking at LAT, that's how many Kenny had in total. And that is more than either a Beezy or Hydra had. That is Dan Ghosty domination. I mean, that's the best hardpoint map that's been played all year.
Absolutely. Echo, play the kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. We're about to watch the Ghosty montage. Damn, son, that was a great start. Fantastic map from him. And for the Paris Generates as well. Good target's probably laughing his face off right now. Good start, but we're not out of the woods just yet. That's right, Search and Destroy coming up on the real test now for the Paris Generates makeup. They struggled in the past. FaZe taking them to task. But after this chance, I mean, it starts to feel like, I know it's the start of the series, but that's the kind of confidence boost that can go a long way.
I mean, you just get to breathe. And keep in mind for like the other gentlemen, it's not like they had to expend any energy at all on that map. Like, I think that was a very casual, very easy, more or less coasting. I mean, honestly, no flaws, no notes, no hills that were done really poorly, no break attempts that were failed. Nothing to be upset about. And again, to the conversation of the S&D, if you're talking about that sort of Band-Aid solution, they have a bad map like that. It is now easy in practice of what you need to focus on as a team, because their hard point has been...
Nah, this freaking insane.
Dude. Well, again, I didn't hate what I saw at the Thieves either. I mean, good breaks from both sides.
I did.
You couldn't...
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
This guy.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be back.
It was brilliant. And that was a true beatdown in the most honest of... I mean, Ghosty's even surprised. Like, guys, look at this. All right, game flow. This is how it all went down. And it is going to be, again, relatively close. And then Ghosty takes over second set. It seems to be a trend now, Charles. We're seeing that second go around. That's really the difference maker. Some teams have got the legs, others don't. Well, Den in the books, ladies and germs. Ghosty, what a map.
And just to acknowledge it even further before getting into the exposure S&D, for a 250 to 116 beatdown, Dan Ghosty, the 38 kills I think he had, if it was a remotely close game, he would have just blown that kill record out of the water. I think Afro right now has the kill record on the year. He dropped 44. But that was for a hardpoint game that was down to the wire, 250, 247, as much time to get kills as possible. If LAT fought back, Ghosty would have just dropped like 55 and broken the all-time record. So, yeah, absolutely perfectly played. That'll be the man to watch going into map 2.
That's it, folks. That is it. Well, map 2, again, we're going to exposure for Search and Destroy. Very different looks, very different mode, but you have to be rolling with that confidence. We'll see what the game plan looks like for the LA Thieves, how well they can bounce back after that one, because there's no doubt about it. You bring up the stat screen, and there's a party that goes, okay, we let Dan have way too much fun. And everyone's playing in Texas, so I want to hear nothing about no servers, nothing, boys and girls. Fist bumps have been delivered, some physically, some by air. And it is now time to get ourselves into the open air of Australia for exposure S&D. Just quick calls on this one, quick prediction before as we're loading in. How are you feeling about both squads?
I mean, feeling great. If you're looking at the S&D stats specifically, you would imagine LAT have a clear-cut edge. Envoy in this game mode has not found that initial success you're looking for. I think you had like the 0.5 KD, and on the flip side, in BZ, he's got over a 2, like a 2.25, and Hydra's right there with him. So the SMG duo has been slamming in S&D for LAT, so a massively beneficial thing. Make sure you group up together and maybe just play the Dodge Dan Ghosty game, but he's going to be low, going to be scrapping Kenny. The AR is there to meet him. If it wasn't for that initial nade, how quick that push could have been. Nonetheless, we are staggered, but LAT with the... Again, just the nades are perfect to slow that push down enough, and LAT in the meantime, they've taken over the middle of the map.
Yeah, they've shut down the low side. Scrap. Oh no, it's a BZ finding the first. Trade's good enough. 3v3, a minute to play. The opening salvo of lethals is going to slow down only so much. Back now we go to a straight-up gunfight. Sib over the top. 182. He's found himself a great round so far. Can he get the ace? He sure can. What an opener.
Yeah, you'll take that, man. People talk about snipers being OP. Yeah, Sib, when he's using the actual AR, he'll just give you everything. That is a maybe a 12-second ace in that round, and every single moment of that was perfectly clean. There for the trade on the first guy, then he just slams the next two and trade for number 4. What's up with the ARs and G? I mean, this is just perfect. Absolutely no notes, no complaints. Good shots, good centering, good timing, good trades. This is perfect Call of Duty being played.
Perfect wall jump as well. Literally perfect. You got to guess now. It's tough, man. You got to guess. Is he going to go high? Is he going to go low? Should I slide this? Should I back up and look for the wall jump? I mean, man. Here we go. So
no,
close.
that's it. No, Sid doesn't miss. That's
Sid.
windy. Something's wrong. I don't know. It wasn't Sib's fault.
Yeah, look at the smoke. Look at the smoke billowing from the top of that tower. It's exceptionally windy outside. That's tough. All right. Well, anyway, over to Neptune. Attack now from the LA Thieves. They're going to B, and they want it. Nep's alone here. He's not going to get any support for a while. So, oh, boys, they're all here. Go, go, go. Shuffle, move forward. Oh, and he goes for the thighs of Kenny. Not enough for the kill. Plenty of damage. Sib on the flank taken care of in the LA Thieves. This is what you wanted, boys. Will they go to B, or is that bomb thinking about A?
Ghosty is alive, so you don't want to plant too quick. You want to identify him and then work. And, I mean, again, if you're playing a little bit nervy, maybe an opportunity for these guys to clutch great damage out of Envoy, but LAT still have the man advantage.
Yeah, they got the man advantage, they got the numbers, they have the chemistry to trade these battles. The Paris Genomate's making him sweat for it, certainly. Wall jump, trades out one. Last man picked up on the flank, and the Thieves, they're alive.
Yeah, taking it extremely seriously, needing some degree of momentum. I mean, perfect opening strat. Neptune might be evolving his creddy spots in that little section of exposure, but they still isolate him, take him down, get a 4v2, and no mistakes made, no one dying while planting the bomb, and use that overwhelming force on the call once you identify both players. So LAT trying to rein it in a little bit, see if you can shut these guys down, and so far, as long as they're not dealing with the AR players, they've been okay.
Yeah, easier said than done. Easier said than done. Well, a nice bounce back round, and again a sort of a taste of where the mines are at for the LA Thieves right now. Obviously, wall jump there gives you a ton of information across the middle of the map. Not an easy gunfight to win, but info, oh, that can win you wars. And Sib, a nice shot, certainly helps keep him alive. Here's the old wall jump. Look at all these angles, folks, putting them in the bank for future use. Envoy mute field, no noise. Oh, no problem. Kenny down, 2v4. Neptune gets the last man tagged up, and he's getting hungry for the kill. Here come the rest of the Paris Gentlemates, and what an onslaught that round was.
I mean, and LAT can't fight back. This is, again, maybe I should stop repeating myself, but this is perfect Call of Duty being played. We got to look Dan Ghosty when he goes top ring, off the rip. When he's doing the jump spots, he's checking and he says, okay, I don't see anybody in the top window. Your zig cut is going to be clear. And his team takes the information, Envoy, straight through the middle of the cut, straight to the A bomb site. Sib has to watch that one pinch, and then you have everything covered. Instant bomb plant. Everybody snaps into position. Sib gets the first blood, plays his life. I mean, this is zero mistakes being made, so much so that LAT, I mean, if you're not getting the first blood, you're going to have a dramatic problem, it seems like.
Yeah, write this all down, everybody. This is good VOD review. Hydra, middle of the map, not a good place to be right now. Has to take the retreat. Anyone home as Neptune sneaks into that floating container. Oh, man, he's almost a guarantee from up there. Are you going to check this, Ken? You've got a small window to do so. And Kenny's the bomb carrier as well. Still.
And
Kenny was the bomb carrier.
This is a mini map of hell now. And this is a bunch of world champions on LAT having a mini map looking as awful as this.
Well, they're desperately trying to retake that middle map position. Great intel from Nep. Not an easy gunfight to take or win, but he could get a second. No. Scrap. All good. Pressure now on. Trying to recover that bomb. Trying to keep this moving, but once again, they have found themselves in a bad spot. And the Paris Gentlemates, they've gone for a small lap. They've checked bomb. They've seen nobody home, but now Hydra recovery. 30 seconds to make something happen.
And it's a foot race as well. I mean, he's effectively chasing Sib's previous path, but Sib has been keeping it moving. And Gentlemates have absolutely no idea that these players are behind him just yet. Those arrows are dialed in, to the back spawn. But nonetheless, it's only 10 seconds, so they're going to figure this out before we even go for the plant. And the play called, and you just getting smoked. I mean, what are you going to do? This is hopeless. This is, again, superstar players and world champions on the side of LAT, and the mini-map has just been looking horrific. Meanwhile, for Gentlemen, it's, again, as good as it could possibly get. Even when they're not reading the map well, they're just slamming him into gunfights.
Really? I mean, it certainly helps Ghosty winning that one up close and personal. The M15... I thought it was going to be a Dravik, yeah, but what do you know? Was the opening shot from Sib? Oh, just enough. They get away with that life and bring Kenny down there. And that was the beginning of your woes. The bomb was way, way out of place. Not enough noise being made there by the LA Thieves to draw the attention away. So now at 3-1, Exposure not looking bad at all. 6-1 for Sib.
And Ghosty's doing the same thing. Check the middle window, check Zig. This time Hydra and Scrap are going to be there. So Bearish Gentleman's going to have to adjust their structure. And Neptune is already behind you. I think Scrap heads up for it just because the door's open. Everybody's going to be paranoid, but nonetheless, you have phenomenal map control.
Oh my!
And an easy first blood. We're not shooting back.
No, not even not shooting, let alone in the direction of. Trade's all good though, but Ghosty playing the deepest of all time deepest. Manages to catch out one. Avoid the bump line now towards the A side of the map. Sid might have found a corner, doesn't indeed. So Hydra gives his boys a fighting chance.
And they need
Big
this
tags.
round.
All big tags as well. Through the smoke, he stays alive. Ghosty now has to retreat in the 2v1. The bomb site wide open. Anyone on the defuse? Not yet. Damage on a Ken. Trying to find the 2v1. The wall jumps are there, but it is Ghosty who can't quite make it happen. LA Thieves don't go for the instant defuse. They go for the guarantee, and they get a great round.
Yeah, well, massive there out of Hydra. I think that was in ace form, and if not, he got at least 3 in that round, and maybe a small moment of Envoy having a case of the sprint, getting the call out, trying to hunt down the man in the smoke, but Hydra gets the best of them there, and that is a ever important bailout round from LAT just to stabilize. Again, it was a free first blood for Neptune, but Hydra's there for the trades, and then, yeah, Hydra here just to do everything in this round. And I think, quite frankly, just the most important one being that catch on Envoy. Catch that man slipping. Have a little advantage now, and you're back on the attack, trying to string something together.
Yeah, whether it was comms or whether it was just intuition, a wicked kill. Well, we've taken a lot of min-map presence now. Hydra still on that 4 spree. Hellstorm were huge on this man. Kenny, unfortunately, brought down there by Sib. Great gunfight win. That was an unbelievable one. And Hydra, yeah, man, that suppressing fire is going to be more than enough to deter you on the way towards the A-bomb site. You've still got the space. You've running out the manpower, though.
You're going to get caught everywhere you go. Yeah, you lose that first blood, and you're just so uncomfortable.
Come on.
Neptune's going to slam you as well, and Hydra will need another ace. This will be a 1v4 and one of the best plays of the year if he can pull it off. He does have the bomb, and he does have a little bit of time.
I would just take more of that time as Sib. Yeah. An easy execution there from perfect chest-high cover. Well, Neptune, shout out you for the outstanding individual gunfight wins, and the rest of the squad, good stuff as well. Paris Genovates, 4-2.
And it's just feet up, man. I mean, Sib's 8-2. Obviously, round 1, he got an ace, so he had a nice start, but he's been very consistent since then. I think Sib, now that I'm thinking about it, he got the first blood on a BZ the round he got an ace. He got a first blood on Ken with the snipe when Ken had the bomb down low. He just got another first blood on Kenny, sort of in that beat or like that mid-cut fight as well. So Sib has at least 3 first bloods, 2 of which are on Kenny. And this has been a series where, I mean, hey, it's an AR gap.
Yeah, and there's a noticeable one at that. Smoke hit that player in the face. It's gonna slow down the intended landing spot. But intel is intel. Envoy on the backup. Are we reading this perfectly? Yeah, we are. Hydra, see you later, mate. Right into the trap. Dylan and finally Abizi shoots back. Sib gets a ton of damage in. Not enough for the trades. There we go. Kenny and Abizi, the new boys here on the Thieves, find their kills. All down on Envoy.
And not quite able to overwhelm, and Envoy already messing with the timings.
Oh, no. Not a 2v1. Not like this. And Kenny says no. Digs his heels in, a line drawn in the red sands of Exposure. Does not let that round get away from them. The Thieves stabilize.
And EC trying to keep the vibes up as well. It smiles, it's jovial for the moment, and a very well played 1v1 towards the end. Just keep Envoy trapped, wait for that submachine gun player to slide out and be a little bit too over aggressive. So former teammates there in that moment, situation, the 1v1 where you're playing the man, and Kenny does a really good job to keep things stable. Him and Abizi, massive work on that back A site, or B site, excuse me, just to make sure things don't get out of control, because the round certainly started good for Paris. But LAT have had 2 rounds now where they've battled out of hell, and they're going to need a third.
If you're going through hell. Keep going. It's not over yet. Oh, it's not looking great. You're down 2 men. Here we go, BZ. Oh no, the smoke. Oh no, it's a 1v4. We couldn't even get it. Oh, ah! Not the knife in the smoke. I'd be smiling too, brother. Oh goodness, let's get a replay of that. Oh man, that's terrible.
That scared me, man.
I jumped out my gaming chair. Oh no, Nep, where is he? Close left. Got him. Okay. That's horror. Jeez, it was even worse for Mavis POV.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you, Mr. Churchill, and thank you, Mr. Hitchcock, for doing great work over there, Moss.
Map point, Paris Gentlemates. What series this has been so far. Quite literally cinema. All right, where are we going now? Yes, psychos. Over towards A.
And this is the round 1 strat. So the only reason this didn't pay off initially is because they just got met with every single frag nade. This time it is open field.
Oh, the double.
Good nades as well in the top window, but at least one player, if not both, missed. So that initial strat shut down, but Sib, I mean, talk about how difficult it is to pinch on exposure these days.
Oh, but he does manage to get away a little bit of time in and the kill there. The second, you dirty man. 11 and 3. The remaining members of the Thieves now. The remaining member of the Thieves caught in the middle of the map and gunned. Once again, the Paris Gentlemates, a dominant display. And what a transformation for this squad in S&D.
I mean, brother, feet up as well. Like, the rounds have just been purely domination. I think Sid basically single-handedly wins you 3 different rounds out of the 6 that were necessary. And so, I mean, Dan Ghosty just absolutely fries map number 1. Sid follows him up. The AR duo for Paris looking exquisite, trying to shift up that pyramid. We saw at the top of the show, but 2 dominant games. And it's really not even just that. It's the first bloods. You had 2 first bloods coming out of LAT. Meanwhile, Kenny, I can't even be mad at the guy. He got first blooded 3 times. He got sniped once. He did lose a 50-50 gunfight. That one, you can put the blame on him. But then the other one, he's just getting fragnated by the entire team. That is perfectly calculated coming out of Paris. I mean, whatever prep work they did prior to this series, it is as good as it could possibly get, at least for these first 2 maps. I mean, the 6-3, not even really as dominant as at least I experienced that game to be. Paris, this is, I mean, cruise control right now. They are looking fantastic.
You're right, though. This next map, Den Overload, could be a very, very different affair. And then we get to the Colossi section of the series at that point in time. Well, so far, so good. Très magnifique if you are a Paris Gentlemates fan. And if you're not, it's a tough one. It's back to the desk with what has been a banger of a series.
Hold on, guys. I got to grab some.
Nice. Oh my God. Dante.
Map number 1, I'm leaning towards Toronto. Oh, Joe, I think we have a gift for you. Oh, it's early present. Christmas.
I missed out on Christmas, man. Did you guys send that one back?
Do you need a receipt?
I got the receipt over here.
Yeah, receipt. What's the return policy on this thing?
I think 24 hours.
Do I have to open this?
Yeah, you have to open it
I
first.
do? Okay. Hello. This is weird. You look great. It's a brand new Maven. Yeah. They really got that on tight, huh?
Do you you agree with Smoke not being in respawn?
I do personally, yeah.
You do personally?
I do too.
I think it would make the viewing experience worse. What did I just see on my screen?
Snoopy.
Who was that guy? Did you see that?
No.
Who the fuck was that guy?
I don't know.
Welcome to the citizens over there on YouTube. There was some random guy, like, see how they have the quad box? Like, there was some random guy just like in the all 4 boxes, and he looked like he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game pause, folks. Game pause. Someone. We're gonna reset the lobby here. Someone. Whoa! That is horrible. Do it again.
What's up, man?
Just gonna get the lobby reset,
What the heck?
and we'll get back into this S&D as soon as we possibly can.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Okay, so
Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
freaking Ghosty trying to play like he an MVP. He's trying to get MVP this year.
That's so weird.
Wow, Daniel Ghosty, the absolute slayer of map number 1. He passed the torch to Sid when it came to the search and destroy, but that game with Den Hardpoint, as you said, Chance, pretty damn perfect. Welcome back, folks, to map number 3. We're about to get into another game of Den, but this time we're playing Overload. Miles and Chance, very excited to get through what has been an exciting series so far.
Den Ghosty. It was right there. Den Ghosty. How did we not get that?
Den Ghosty. Look at him, shuffling away, getting ready to grab that EMP device and try to overload his enemy's goal. Den Ghosty. There we go. It's now in everyone's minds, and we will use it for the remainder of the year. Well played, sir.
Unless he gets choke slammed on this map. So it's absolutely possible. LAT have been phenomenal in Overload. Again, their stats have been out of control. 5 points per game that they played, 2-0 record. And I mean, they've been playing Den as well. So make no mistake, LAT very capable of bouncing back. But if Ghosty does anything remotely close to what he did map number 1, then yeah, we'll roll with the nickname. We'll set it in stone.
Nope, well, it's all on the line in this one for the Thieves, just to get to Colossus hardpoint if we can get there, and then also Colossus S&D for game 5. But that is a long way away, folks. We've got to get through at the very least this map of Overload. Stoked, man, to see Overload here in the league. It's working out so far. Very, very exciting moments, some clippable moments. And if you're on Twitch, you can clip this ish too. You see something insane, clip it, put it on social media, use the hashtags. Who knows? Might find it in the broadcast. Here we go, directly in the middle of the map, and this time it's looking pretty good for the Thieves. That's tremendous damage into Ghosty, but it's not enough to kill him. Thank God. 3 down, they've got the device, and we're on the move.
Yeah, and if Envoy doesn't win that gunfight, I think that would have been an instant cap. And it's going to be an instant cap anyway. Yeah, they got the clearance. That is snapping in position, and that is starting your map off right. That is a 25-second punch to get that first overload.
A great intel as well there from Scrap. He passes it over directly. There are 2 players on this side. Go on, Ken. Wow, sweet shots, not enough though. Can we stop this one? It's on a BZ. The Envoy finds the corner, grabs it. Can we stay alive? The next wave of Parachute Animates players are here. The defensive hold right now from a BZ good. He has to wait for the rest of the lads. Ghosty brought down. Scrap and Hydra get theirs on a sib, and that should be it. We should be safe. Oh, but wait. Envoy right back at it.
Yeah, and Scrap's going to be taking the overload to the opposite side of the map. So Envoy in this moment effectively useless. The blockers now getting cut down. Hydra looking for the pinch and see if he can get the man with the device near him. And Hydra makes the play. So now Envoy finally gets in the mix, but it's a foot race. The overload device just has to get past him. You're good to go. They didn't make the jump though. They played for the gunfight in a small window of missed opportunity. But nonetheless, LAT still have the pressure.
Oh, but Sid.
Ain't gonna lie, I need Scraps to like lock in on
all the space
mode,
in the world now. EP in the back. Pistol up front. Ghost is going to try to find the opening kills. Mid-map is looking pretty safe, so now we're going to oscillate towards B. Yeah, we're going to cross this up from one wing to another. No, through the middle. Envoy can't make safe the B zone. So, back at it we go. Parachute is trying to maintain position. Good pistol work there, but Kenny Not good for the second. Neptune neither. Over to Envoy. Gets his. Space to still play with. The Thieves unable to capitalize.
Yeah, I think Paris maybe had a moment of jitteriness as well the first time they go for this B capture. Things much more stable this time. Ghosty, though, gets shot in the back. Scrap finds a kill just to slow you down on the front line. Abizi is there. Couple trades rolling through. Paris still have the pressure. They got 2 players in position.
LA Thieves, you are on the goal line here. Got to find some big kills and get forward. Still with a 1-0 lead. Let's go for a listening with the LA Thieves.
I'm banging. He's a big capture.
Top broken.
I'll be back right. Garage going right. Try to go get right. Get right fast. That's fine. We smoke close. Our match. Just go. I don't see him enter. Here, double. I repent. And he fit the go forward.
Yeah.
I got it.
2 pinch, guys.
On ball, 1 shot.
Play forward.
There's 3 on point. One's going in our back dojo fast.
I'll be here now. Then he went Archer. Give me
Dojo, 1 shot.
Try it. Weak. I'm down the guy. He went go.
Dante 1 bullet. He's going forward with it.
He's gonna go out.
He's not getting it.
I'm playing because Archer. Archer, let me down. I want them to go. Cams on me. I'm 1 shot. Last 2 cams. Cams and Archers.
Yeah, 8 cams already. I'm trying at her.
I look cross the
Nice, Chris.
Oh, I just jumped off. Oh my god. Make cut fast.
I can't get a guy. Make it.
Make cut, they have that.
I'm coming. Make it. Check it out. I'm in. Go for it.
Can we get it through? No! Unfortunate team kill, and that final onto Kenny should make this play done. What a bit of work, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Sib has a dog. He will not be calling in the DAWG, but he certainly has that dog in him.
Well, also LAT, talk about a minimap where, again, they are just not even remotely in position to stop that. Scrap just got left in the absolute dust, and that is a very quick extra point capture. So LAT, I mean, this has been a bit of a scattered mess for them. You do get the reset towards the middle of the map, and I would imagine, if anything, it's more valuable to LAT in this position, but not if you don't get the kills. You got device control in the hands of Paris.
Let me get 1 more kill here. The B zone now starting to set up on the goal. Big kill on the first. Second man gone as well. Ghosty with free reign to run it home. 3-1, 40 seconds to go.
And I mean, just how fast that actually crumbles. Envoy is the blocker, able to pick up 2 kills. And Envoy, 13 and 10, 4 spree, but he has had the impactful plays to actually get you these points. And when he's behind you, it's a nightmare for LAT. He finally gets taken down, and Beezy with a nice gunfight win. But for the topside spawn, this is advantageous for Paris, and they got 2 lead blockers.
Oh, they're playing as tight as they possibly could there, but 13 seconds to go. Opportunity for overtime here in the first half. A little bit of extra time to try to make something happen, and it's not going to happen at all. Ghosty might be able to go through all the way here. Nade through the front.
Be patient.
Can't get it done. That's going to be the halftime whistle blown. And what a resurgence from the Paris Gentlemen. Starting things off 1-0, a 3-1 at the half. You blinked and you missed it, Thieves. This is going to be tough.
And leaving him in the dust. There's also 2 different moments, I'd say, for Paris Gentlemen when working on that B zone capture. If they just slow it down a touch, I think they could have done even more. But ask them to do more when they got a 3-1 lead from that side. Like, this is, again, they're just in incredible positions right now. Great timing as well in this moment to let guys like Envoy and Neptune work these pitches, sit perfectly patient in this moment. And I mean, as you pointed out, Sib's over here earning dog kill streaks, so the ARs are just continuing to slam.
Yeah,
no offense to him, but Kenny, 7 and 16 on the receiving end.
He's absolutely trying to captain the boys through the plays here, but it is not working out right now for the Thieves. Quick swap of the sides. We'll see if they can't capitalize. Mid-map presence there. They're still yet to get out of their gate. Pinned down, Envoy over the top. Nice bit of patience there. Gets you at least 1 kill. Another. There we go. Mid-map is yours. Ghosty and Neptune, the last men up right now for the Gentlemates, vying for what control they can get.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get 2 kills. Scraps there for a couple trades. You get a BZ prowling in position towards the middle of the map. So LAT keeping things mixy. But then Dan Ghosty's here for the cleanup kills. And no device control, but for Paris, as long as you're getting the kills, nothing else matters.
Good stuff. Den Ghosty, 16 and 11. No grab just yet. 4 minutes. no grab just yet. There we go. On back. Kenny traded out immediately. Space now play with. We're looking towards the B goal. Neptune up first. Finds his 1. a second. That is unbelievable. The pinch is now on. A red dot on the mini-map and an opportunity to grab it. Nep cannot now play front. It's going to be Ghosty on the quick pickup. And there we go. The 4th score. As the boys now wait for the perfect opportunity. Top control gained as well. We could see a Paris rally.
Hey, low-key, Paris could have held that for even longer, but why would you bother when Sib just got 3? This is so minimal in the context of things, but the read Sib has been making on the mini-map has been as well.
Oh, come on.
I mean, this is lights out. They are doing everything so perfectly.
It's a perfect rally from one side of the map to the next. Perfect setup. The patience on the goal line from Ghosty. And now Abizi frantically trying to fight their way out of spawn. 3 minutes to play. 5-1. Thieves have got to turn it around.
I mean, this is demoralizing as well with how destructive this has been. I mean, you're struggling to win individual gunfights, let alone get any degree of presence. And now Den Ghosty trying to do a little bit of wizardry with the EMP device, though, loses the tough one. So a big opportunity for LAT until Civ just stops it in the tracks. And that leaves the remaining Thieves players virtually out of position. It gets chaotic. I mean, how a single kill just stops you in a 4-point lead with 2.5 minutes left. LAT needs some magic. And they're running the device backwards.
Yeah, the curtain has been pulled back. And it is not magic right now. Scrap in a 1v2 situation he cannot win. The device now dropped. Unable to find anything, and it might be an open goal. Scrap off a spawn. Envoy's going to fly right into it, but here come the rest of the general mates over the top. Anyone able to get in here is Neptune now caught and pinned in a corner. Ghosty fighting for it, gets a trade, and an opportunity now to run for it. You have a window. Get it going.
Yeah, and you can't be patient. You really can't. You have to fly forward and just world stars and players on repeat as well. Because it takes 10 seconds for that device to reset. Nothing matters. This is going to be maybe the hottest 3-0 we have had this year, especially so against the top team. Paris are just, I mean, out here changing narratives.
Yeah, this is truly insane.
Devastating stuff.
Bro, this is insane.
Look at this movement of the device. We're backing up, waiting for reinforcements now. It's a quick cross to the other side of the map. Number 7, Sib, is already in position at the B goal. We are looking to run this one. If somebody can pick up the mid-cut, this is going to be a capture. Kenny's going to react to this. Is he going to be a reacting time? No! Envoy, what a block! Sib looking to catch another one here. A man on the inside of the goal. Ghosty through the window! No! What a save! Envoy finds the kill. The 6th is in.
I mean, brothers, say good night. What a terrible day at work for LAT. You wake up, you warm up, you get a scrim in, you try to get the guns hot, and then you just play a series that lasted 28 minutes. And you're making Paris look like one of the best teams in the game right now. This has just been dominant, destructive. You're looking to get the 8-point cap just to add salt to the wound.
The Thieves have been mugged here.
They got BTA.
7-1.
They literally got BTA. I thought they would at least build that camp off of some of the games they played. But no,
bro. His teammates' back pockets as well. Good lord. Den Ghosty grabs the objective. Scrap has put his controller down. There is no more motion.
Scrap put his
and there is an
controller down.
Absolute slaughter. Paris general mates, 7-1. Give them the 8th. End the game now, because it does technically end at 8. 15 seconds to go here. There is no hope.
He left the game.
An utter devastating performance. Sit with those. 8th goes in. A complete shutout.
They made Scrap leave the game.
I don't think I've seen players give up like that since like MW 2019. Since you get like the 30-point, 40-point leads in domination where it's just mathematically impossible, I've never seen. It's just
they
been
made
such a long
Scrap leave the game.
LAT completely smoked out. Not even a snowball's chance in hell of battling back at that one. That was lights out from start to finish. Paris gentlemates, whatever you had for whatever their pre-game routine is, they're gonna keep that set in stone for the rest of the year. That is one of the best series, if not the best series that has been played all year.
We're talking every mode, start to finish.
The comms
pure
have to
gold.
disappear.
Beautiful stuff, Paris gentlemen. Really, really beautiful stuff. Den Ghosty. There it is, folks. Get it printed on a shirt. Sid with an unbelievable performance as well. Envoy at 31-24, 26-23. There is not a single weakness on that squad right now. Beautiful stuff. What a series score. 251-16, 3-6, 8-1. That is how you get it done. Not a single weakness on that squad right now. beautiful stuff. What a series score. 250-116, 3-6, 8-1. That is how you get it done. The Paris Gentlemates. What a series. Did with an unbelievable performance as well. Envoy at 31-20.
Had 31. Okay, dude.
Well, GG's, Johnson.
Dude, I mean, this is so insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but even a moment on that overload where there was crazy COD timing for an LAT player to slip the net, go on a pinch, and he got through for free. And I'm watching Sib on the minimap just staring at his own pinch for no reason, and the guy just shows up and works out. So even when things were going wrong for Paris, they were going right. I mean, ridiculous Call of Duty just got played, super typical. I think the record now goes to 2-1. The first blood issue that they had as well in S&D, they make up for that as well. The team looking fantastic. Paris has to be happy.
One of the best looking series we have seen in a while. Desk, what do you think?
4 teams started perfect at 2-0, and Ali, now it's just 3. How would you describe it without using your voice?
Cinema. That's what that is, right? Yeah, absolutely. Listen, bro, these teams are not even in the same stratosphere. Gentlemates just blew them out of the water. The dropping of Dan Ghosty might prove to be one of the worst droppings in CDL history. I mean, the kid is absolutely sensational.
No, he was balling.
Go ahead, Alec.
I mean, that's really all you have to say. He was sensational, Ant. I mean, you open that hard point and he's going like triple positive. And if that wasn't enough, you go into the map number 2 and it's Sib getting you 4 first bloods just back to back to back. We're talking about the LA Thieves that are supposed to have the first blood demon and a BZ, and Hydra and him are supposed to be the duo everybody is terrified of. And Paris Gentlemates was like, all right.
And what's good as Ghosty is playing, and you guys are calling him Den Ghosty, I assume he can play on all the maps this well. But also, Sib had more damage than him. Envoy had like 2 less kills than him. Paris freaking fried the Thieves tonight.
They fried them. Like I said, they're not even in the same tier. Gentlemates completely above and beyond, way better than the LA Thieves at this point in the game. And when you watch this, like, things were getting so out of hand. Thieves are just making mistakes left and right. You think about this overload. Yeah, there's a time where they're pushing rooftops.
Ain't gonna lie, that was pathetic.
The EMP, and Thieves are sending 3 guys through mid. Like, they don't even, they're trying to draw something out of a hat. Like,
that was for real deal
what do we
pathetic.
need to do to like slow this game down and regain control? You look at the search and destroy. Some of the early looks, Thieves trying to bang out Solar. People just waiting for them. Okay, maybe we'll take dirt now. You get sniped by
it didn't
Sim.
look like
completely
it.
countered in
But
every
you look
facet
at
of
the
the
map,
game. Not as prepared.
Unnecessary production.
Unnecessary. That was like as impressive of a performance as you're gonna see in
100%. I will say a 3-0 was not in my cards at all when I thought about this series. I was like spending all night like, oh, we got a banger in the morning. We're gonna go game 5. It's gonna be tight. Nah, Gentlemates just jumped the tier list for me. I need to see them versus Optic tomorrow.
I would be concerned if I was a Thieves fan.
One note before we get to the scuff play of the game, you mentioned that on overload when playing on Den, you should be going after the B side.
Yeah,
you should never be able to score at A.
Yeah.
Dan Ghosty runs it in for the 8th point over at A. What happened to the Thieves in a game mode we thought they were one of the best in?
Yeah, I mean, I just touched on it, right? It's like they're trying to figure out how do we slow this game down and like kind of get the MP in our possession and like get some map control. And they just started to make mistake after mistake. When you try to, like I said, put triple push mid when they got the EMP on the rooftops, you're going to get in that snowball where things are going to get out of hand. And that's exactly what we just saw. You can't control anything at that point.
Mr. Dan Ghosty, that his name was his AKA here on the desk.
I'm the Dan Ghosty guy
super
now,
fan.
bro.
He is a Dan Ghosty guy, and he earns your scuff play of the game. Alley Cat, walk me through the highlights from Hardpoint. He sets
built
a
ass.
league Hardpoint
Built
record for
ass.
Black Ops 7
What
at
else did he do it?
2.9 KD.
Listen, man, I don't know
He
if this
built
is just
ass in all
obviously a
3
chip.
maps.
The most obvious chip on the shoulder for Ghosty is
He
going
was
against
first
his own
in
team, right? But
killing
it's kind of like
map
what we touched
one.
on heading into
He
this.
was
Like,
second
he will play up
in
to his
S&D.
competition when he needs to. Like,
first.
Dan, the fact
No,
that
he
your
was
mini art has
pretty
this
much
type of
second.
pop-off capability,
Yeah.
he does it. Doesn't matter.
Third
The gun
map,
doesn't
but I
matter.
mean,
The
him and
position.
Envoy
The fact that he can
technically
do
had
this
the
makes
same
things
amount of
so much
kills,
easier
bro.
for the rest of the team.
Well, what's really tough
sad.
for Thieves, and like we talked about
That's
prior to the
sad,
match,
man.
where like replacing him with Kenny could not bode well for your team. Is he was still developing as a player?
Yeah,
He
the
hadn't
main
reached
thing
his
is,
peak yet, and
who they
we're
gonna
starting
look
to
at,
kind
though?
of see that. He's sensational. He
Like,
might be the
is
best
it-
on the team.
Let's take a look at some of the reactions for around the Call of Duty universe. Here's Octane.
He just went 38 and 13.
Oh my god.
38 and 13.
Stat padding. We might pick on that crowd right now.
Yikes for the LA Thieves camp and for all of us who predicted the Thieves. Rosalie, the only one who got it right. Dan, she always has your back. Congratulations on another W. But we watched these highlights. We watched your scuff play of the game. Dude, the intensity you brought to this match, it felt like a grand finals. How do you get into the mindset for a 3 p.m. game on a Saturday to do what you just did to one of the league's best squads?
Honestly, it's like the first like official match against Thieves, so there's definitely like that aspect to it. And it's kind of just our last match before the new year, before it's like 2026. So kind of just like leaving it all out on the table. Have like obviously a 2-3 week break.
You won't even have nightmares about that until we come back.
Dan, you know, I don't know if you've watched the stick lately on the show. I've become the Dan Ghosty guy. I think you're sensational, man. I think the sky's the limit. You turned a corner last year, and that's why I've been saying this. For individually, you've been performing so well. What clicked for you at the tail end of last year, and why are you having so much success in Black Ops 7?
I feel like it's just kind of like growing into like my comfort as a player, how I like to play, just like the micros, if you will, and like kind of like my role on a team and how comfortable I can feel. Bro. And just I feel like it's going to keep getting better as the years go on.
What's the difference on this team with this AR duo and Sib versus last year playing with Scrap?
I feel like they're kind of similar on paper. And honestly, like as personalities, they're also kind of similar. You know, Brandon, Dante, Ernie, they all like to hang out, Dashy and Scrap. But I feel like there's like a lot of intensity. Dante has like a real big chip on his shoulder from last year, and then obviously the year prior getting second at champs. I feel like he's just got like one of the biggest chips on his shoulder that I've like teamed with as a player, and I have a lot of respect for that.
We love that.
Dan, I've been kind of tossing this around in my head, just with this new roster and stuff. Do you find that you and Neptune think kind of similarly? Him taking kind of being the SMG version of you, and him kind of and you being the AR version of him, vice versa.
That's a premium gas because I think Travis is pretty cracked. So
I think you guys approach the game very similarly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we like to play the game fast, like in the most efficient way, and I think Travis has a really good eye for it and a good mind for it whenever it comes like down to the game itself.
Awesome.
In the moment.
Dan, final question for you. Anything you know in French yet?
I mean, I do know a couple words, you know, like ça va, you know, bien, and like how to say thank you, and like ask a couple questions. But like, if I'm being honest, not really. I need to learn.
Fluid by the major. You're good. You got time.
Keep dropping the thank yous to the watch parties.
One final thing. Is there anything you want to say to the Gentlemates fans who have been very vocal on social media, and also to your former fandom in the Thieves who dropped you?
Well, the Gentlemate fans have been going crazy all year so far, even though it's really only been a couple weeks into the CDL season with the preseason tournaments, with the announcement. The online support has been crazy. I'm really looking forward to Major 4. Obviously, Major 1, Major 2, 3, but Major 4 in Paris, their home event. It's going to be really cool. And obviously, I know the Thieves fans still supporting me. The same way the Optic fans were still supporting me when I first joined Thieves. And I still, I really appreciate it. The fans make it all worthwhile.
Absolutely.
One of the best answers right there to a tough question. Guys, we got to go to a break. Why? We got another match in the lobby already. Heretics ready to take on Optic Texas. Can they pull off another upset and switch up our leaderboard? Or is it Optic tying the top squads or climb to the top of the 3-0, I guess?
Crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I like that jersey. The iced out, that's tough. I feel like it's tough. Maybe I mean, they had some hints of green. But I'm waiting for the they had show these CDL skins. I feel like they're gonna wait to when Major 1 fully starts. I don't know. Also, Major 2, guys, y'all know Major 2 gonna be where I'm at, Atlanta. So I'm thinking about definitely. I gotta get the tickets as soon as I can when they open it, because I definitely want to go to all 3. So definitely gonna
Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
I'll probably do like
Monster Energy.
I won't do a live stream,
drink
but I'll probably do like a
start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
It's the Emmy-nominated Esports Engine crew.
Oh my God, what a play. Coming in from old time, and I love this. Well, now shots
Can't this. Yeah, what a play. He should let one walk past.
Right?
Yep.
Here comes the first.
Good play, two-piece. Great play.
That is
free trade.
Gorgeous.
And we is that gonna flip spawns? You know, that was beautiful by
the Falcons, and Optic are starting to figure it out.
And you know what? That ain't gonna show up on the scoreboard. But what a play.
You stay L triggered, Merc's there for
just
two.
Broke the hill basically
there for the
by himself.
Kill.
This is perfect. Just funnel them green. We have this grandma rotation. 10 seconds left.
I think it's certainly
Right now.
Oh man. It's tough. That was tough.
We're back in the building, ready for Optic Texas to put their undefeated record on the line against a very tough Miami Heretic squad that is still finding their way with a rookie. We welcome you back in with Rosalie, who is
I watched a little bit of that match. I didn't get to fully watch it.
Still is in double digits, and I'm well behind.
Chris.
But let's start with the team. I think we all
just
think
like
is going to
Legend.
win this.
There's a
Optic
process.
Texas, the clear favorites.
Wait, don't
Why
get to
are they
it.
the best? Statistically, their numbers are blowing everyone else out of the water. You got 2 ARs in the top 5 categories. You've got Mercules leading the way, and he is what? A half a year into his first season?
That's not even
This is ridiculous stuff out of our top squad. When we look at the numbers, it's been slamming. Walk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, they've been, like you said, they've been slamming everybody. The hard point, like, they're just crafty, man. Like, unorthodox ways in their setups, like to push and be a nuisance. You'll see shots like in the clip you saw in a corner, front broken plane. Like, just, they're crafty, and when you look at the search and destroy, they have the right players every single time. You have Mercules playing an island. He's going to find 1 or 2 kills, if not the information, to get away with his life. And that's, if Shotzi's alone finding kills, first bloods left and right, like, they can do it all in any situation in COD.
Keep in mind, we've only had 2 matches, so these numbers are a little inflated. The Kings are going to switch up. On the other side, Miami's numbers didn't look good, especially Trake's first hardpoint. His welcome to the league match, he dropped 11 kills in what felt like a 12-minute hardpoint game. He needs to step up. He needs to slay alongside Rancor today. Super is showcased what he can do, but needs a better search. And then I want to see what medals can drop for us. But let's take a look at the highlights. When they played against Koi, this one went the distance when a lot of people thought Toronto would shut him down.
Well, so the biggest thing is the slaying power was
he said something about Hoop
39 versus Toronto Koi, and that's, I mean, they're feeling the pain of losing Real, right? Like, we've seen a couple of moments from Meadows last year where he was able to have takeover games and put up some big numbers, but that just really wasn't his role in the team. So they are unfortunately really heavily leaning on Trakes here to get himself going, to have these hot starts.
He's a Hoop 101, so is he like 50,
maybe,
53?
You know, the Florida curse comes back again, and they get a little extra boost versus the Optic Texas, but this is not going to be an easy match for them.
Fun storyline for the Spaniards. Trakes, of course, coming from South America, goes to the Stallions. Zuma lets another star go, just like young Mercules. Now they're both playing each other on the main stage. It's time for our Scuff Pick'ems. You saw the maps and modes. I'm going Optic 3-0 today. Dashi dethrones Mercules for the top spot on the leaderboard.
It's going to be Batman once again, back to Big Bruce.
It's Bruce.
I'm going to go with Optic as well. I got them taking this one.
I'm definitely going to go with Optic Texas.
And the fans, too, will ride with the green wall. It's all green over here. Let's
green.
Send it to the boys. Merky Maven, take it away.
Thank you. Listen, I don't know what to think about Tier 2 now after that last match, in the sense of what, like, Thieves beat FaZe, FaZe beat Gentlemates, then Gentlemates just piss on Thieves. So I don't know what's going on there, but what I do know, Tier 1, Optic, the boys are frying.
No, I mean, we've seen them in the preseason frying. They are a step ahead. Everybody
is just having a blast with this
It's crazy.
title on this team.
Who's
so
the best
let's see if they
SMG
can keep it
player?
going. I mean, Miami
Mercules
was a
is
very good
literally
team last year, but what we saw last week
they got him as the best AR player. Dashy's number 2. Shotzi's
it was a surprise that they did just kind of what we saw in map 1, map 3. We'll see though if a week of practice maybe just help them out.
Yeah, if they can put up more of a fight in some of the respawns, or if they can stretch this series out like they did versus Koi. We'll see if they're capable of it. But yeah, looking to see what improvements you made on one side for Heretics, and for Optic, like what are you trying to take away from this series? Just show you still reign supreme.
Yeah, I mean, when you are sort of, I don't know, a step ahead, 2 steps ahead of everyone, right? It's just sort of fine-tuning these small details, what you're working on in practice. And if you've been like watching scrims of them online, depending on who they're playing, honestly, at times they just seem kind of bored. They are just destroying teams, so they have to find that sort of will to put it all together.
And we've talked about this, especially with how that FaZe team was year after year. Like staying on top and staying ahead is very, very difficult. Optic haven't really been in that position that often over the last stretch of the CDL, where it's been a long stretch where they are the favorite, they are the best, people are trying to mimic what they do, watch what they do and everything. And it's a different type of difficult. It's difficult to catch up, sure, and learn, but
it's hard to stay ahead.
It is. It's really hard to stay ahead. Scrims have to be frustrating at times because you feel like you're just teaching, right? You're playing bottom of the barrel teams. What are you getting out of it? How do you find things to get out of it? Where you feel like you're just, you're teaching.
Yeah, that's probably like JP, right? He's got all the stats, the analytics, right?
About to start.
Sort of whatever system he's
go.
built, but it's just sort of like, hey,
let's go.
On this map,
I got
on
Optic.
this particular hill, a lot of the time we lose a good chunk of points. So you're just trying to find whatever. I think for matches, it's probably Search and Destroy is what you were looking at to really.
I won't be surprised if it's 3-0, but
absolutely. I mean, that's where
the closest thing maybe 3-1
is Search and Destroy. So I'll have eyes on that one. I mean, it's Search and Destroy is kind of what extended that series. We talk about Miami's versus Koi.
It should be 3-0.
That'll be the case here as well. But let's get ripping and roaring into this best of 5. Optic obviously massively favored. But on the other end for Heretics, are there some improvements, also videos where they were talking about their belief in Trakes and how they really feel he is going to improve? They believe in that guy. Well, it's just, he comes in and gets punched in the mouth by Koi. It does not get easier.
Yeah, not an easy schedule to start things off for sure. And again, we kind of talked about with the league, how deep this league has been. Miami is another one of those teams. If they have a couple of really good showings for some of our top teams, like they did last year, yeah, it's going to be very hard to win this year.
It certainly is, but a nice break off by Optic as they find everything early on. Get mid-map control now. Going to be Heretics' turn to try and answer back. And
Shotzi's like, what? Oh, he just had his knife out. I just got stabbed. All right, so yeah, you're 4 dead into an immediate break here at P1.
Optic back in quickly, but flurry of trades around the point to try and get set up and take advantage. We just watched this map in the last series, absolute blowout. Any, I don't know, big thoughts after kind of the change to the P4?
I mean, I think it just sort of balances out P3. It's like sort of 2 big money hills. I don't know, the P4 was just in a really odd location without this room. So I don't know, I think it kind of balances out. If you lose P3 and P4 back to back, you're in trouble.
We'll keep some focus on that as we get to it, but for now at the P2, winning it on both sides. I thought for a second it was going to be Heretics, but Shotzi able to win that last gunfight. He's going to spawn everybody up close to him, and they'll have a 4-man push. They say somebody's got to take a route towards mid. You're all trying to group up on one side. It can be so hard. So wrapping out middle be Shotzi. The rest of his team trying to push it in through the front. Super takes on 2, and then there's your player from mid. That's exactly what you try to do. Perfect pinch and collapse. Well done by Optic.
I mean, listen, you are getting your ARs, that duo, into the mix if you are Heretics, right? It's solid stuff, but again, it's a slow start from the subs, and we saw this map 1 just last week where they get blown out that first map. They just cannot get going. That is a chance where you have P2 control, you can change it into a P3 with these spawns, but Optic do a great job. Now a chance to find an early break. Just Dashy going to try to find the first one, and he does. There's still one player back there in metals. They're going to try to hunt him down. Numbers there for Optic, so now it is all about this pinch, and now you're in trouble.
Yeah, numbers here massively. Optic should have the break, and they do. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, in that match versus Koi for Heretics, yeah, Trakes came out. We were like, welcome to the league, young guy. Like, he was getting thumped. He did turn up in that series and start to get going, but you just, starts like this are going to hurt you.
Yeah, you can't do it versus the top teams.
No, you
and
can't.
Again, just looking at sort of taking advantage of your opportunities. You had one right there. If you finish off a strong P2, you put together a strong P3, you're probably in the lead. Instead, it's a wonderful life out of Dashy, who found 3 on the break. Now he has a Hellstorm. It's a 50-point lead here for Optic.
Now Dashy, one of the best pistol players we've seen ever, getting it done as he was running out of ammo during that stretch. busting in late. It'll be Heretics, but it's going to be late. At least they still have Optic spawning in the back, so you're hoping you can move this now over to the P4. The downside is there was like just enough time for Optic to get off spawn and take some routes. This should be picked up, but Shotzzy, I mean, he wins a one-on-one, could really disrupt things, and he's able to do just that. Shotzzy can be alone for a second, teammates trying to get to him, but the fact is it's not clean for Heretics, and Shotzzy still just being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they just wanted to lock down middle, and then you kind of said it. Everybody else was taking long routes. It was Hooch and Shotzzy working through outer. The good thing for them is Super spawned up safe, so you pretty much had a free pinch. Hellstorm going to be called in early here to try to break this. Dashy is going to find one. Where is the follow-up? Maybe at least block the spawns. That's going to be on Hoot towards the back, but you see where Trace is. So he's going to be right back into the mix, but this is what you needed if you're Miami. Now, you have no Hellstorm to deal with, and kind of what we talked about, just responding from that P3 here at P4.
Yeah, I mean, the fact you're down 10, considering the start for several players, I mean, I guess you're blessed. God himself and Mercules has started out a little slow at 3 and 9. We haven't seen too much of that from him, but you got to imagine he's going to start to pick it up, or will Trace Metals really turn it around? That's going to be a lead change with, it seems kind of insane based on how this game started out.
Yeah, Muddy Hill into a Muddy Hill on this rotation. Super is able to find a double Trace there to find the 4, so you have an early setup. So Miami started to get that momentum rolling now.
I mean, new guy.
We'll see how much they can push open this lead. Optic mostly grouping up towards mid. They only have one pushing out towards front of the hard point. He's going to get shut down so that all the focus can shift towards mid. May not win all the fights, but still going to be delayed massively. A spawn flip is going to come in, so now Optic going to try and break it from the other side. Both players pushed out the opposite side from Heretics, so that's going to be wide open for Optic to collapse.
I mean, that is just a wonderful play out of this young man in Mercules. He's able to find the triple, but as soon as I'm gassing this dude up, it is a clean 4 dead into a break. I mean, Heretics, they had top mid control. Mercules found a double, then gets the triple onto the hill. I'm thinking, all right, Optic, they regain map control, then right off a spawn. Rentor's on 5 in a row, and this is what we saw last year from this duo. They can shoot with the best. 16 out of Rentor, 18 out of Super. The ARs are locked in.
Heretics, they are lining it up and they are frying. Super and Rancor going crazy, but it's going to be on Optic Texas now to bring it back. You're the desk talking about it. Mercules, how important is these teams' comms? I want to hear it right now. Let's do a listen in with Optic.
No, Metals is going there from mid. They're from mid. They're from mid.
Right side time lead. Right side time lead. Alright, on the barrel. They're barrel.
They're long. Yeah, the long chase me. He's on time. Dead.
Nice, I got that.
No, maybe Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up. I blow left.
I'm alright. I'm flicking this. I'm flicking the ring. I blow left.
Yo, low left weak.
I grip the left.
He's not weak anymore. He's still there.
Trakes. One time they're short.
Trakes is there. They're Warren, I think. Or
Nice, last guy top 9. Soak this time and go in. Soak this time.
I'm already going now.
Okay, go out. Don't. He's really.
Yo, I have like new kind of push outs. They can be top, Mace.
Yeah, he might play for me here.
Clear top. I don't see anything top for yes. I'm gonna need help at new.
I'm pitching them. Gonna be top solar. One time. You want flanking?
He loves
to their inner.
I stun on mid.
They're inner. Trade.
Dude is flanking by me. What's their inner now? Down on me. Yeah, two time. Did that?
Okay.
We should break from Marsa. Okay.
Our inner.
On deep.
On you.
On the take super. Watch out, Keller. Literally bullet.
Alright, Larry. Watch out. On time of bullet.
Yo, he's top solar. I think I kept him weak on tank.
On the time,
Inner. Really.
That absolute tricks in the corner.
I'm middle right. Okay.
Tricks is a bullet.
Time.
Yeah, soak this time.
Two on time. I'm right. One more. This top solar. One of these guys in here.
We're missing super.
Top solar. Beacon. Last guy.
Yo, he flipped us.
Okay, Beacon. He's hitting mid. Look at the server. First over. Yeah, I'm playing the ult hit there, boys. What's our mid alley? One shot.
Our mid alley dead.
Come out of the listen in right into the action. Shotzzy able to flip him, and I thought early in the listen in there wasn't a lot of small talk. Seemed a little frustrated, just kind of calling who's weak, where players are. It improved a bit the second half of the listen in.
No, I think, maybe a glimpse of maybe sort of like their problem last year. I think the one voice that was kind of missing a lot last year, maybe early in that listening, was Shotzzy.
Yeah.
And he's sort of grown and I don't know, really took a step forward with that, really becoming one of their leaders.
100%.
But he has this play style where he kind of gets lost and is just sort of, all right, if I make a play, then I'm going to comment. But it doesn't matter because he makes the play, he flips them. But now towards this P3 here for Optic, it will be a break for Miami.
All Trakes have started picking up. Same for Metals. The ARs have been rocking. Rancor and Super kept them in the game early and now keeping them out front. I mean, Optic Texas, not necessarily a stranger to dropping a map one, then coming back. It happened versus G2 as they got caught on what that Scar to kick things off in that series. So, scary thing about this team, they don't have a lot of weaknesses across modes, so they can bring it back. But still, not a map you expect to lose. You think you're way ahead of this Heretics team. You're trying to turn it on late. Heretics, they'll be set up for next.
Yeah, I
see
mean,
what they can do with the people.
I've been impressed by Heretics. That's really it.
100%. 100%.
I mean, compared to last week to this week, already a beautiful exposure out of them. And again, making sure they are in a spot here for this P4. A very difficult hill to break. As Optic's trying to put pressure through mid-alley. A couple of shots coming in, just trying to block those spawns. But that's the issue, is like there's like 3 spawns back here where you can quickly help out your team. It's Rancor getting on 5 in a row. Metals is on 4, just hanging out inside the hill, make it 5. So this is, I don't know if Optic has a point on this P4.
No, it has been lights out from Heretics, and well, can't close it out here, but they're going to be damn close. This has been some incredible COD out of Heretics. We were hoping to see improvement. So you said like a week of scrims could be massive for them, considering Trake's kind of getting into the party late. Feels like we're seeing improvement. Still going to be a long series, but I don't know. I'll be honest. I had this one chalked up as an Optic 3-0 without question. Might not be the case, but we're not done yet. 30 points still needed for Heretics. Chance for Optic Texas maybe to strengthen things together, but in the hard point early on rotation, it'll be Heretics here. And again, the AR's locking it down. Rancor is shooting missiles.
And on top of that, he has a Hellstorm missile, so.
Yeah, I can actually shoot missiles.
Yeah, it's exactly that. I think Miami's just sort of reminding you the individual talent that is on this lineup. As well, Rancor leading the lobby with 31. And, well, we talked about 1 missile. Metals has another one from his time there in that 5 spree at the P4. But here we go, just trying to find the break behind this. Mercury's going to stay alive inside the top crate. So this one not going to connect with much, and Optic do a good job.
Listen, they've had some crazy comebacks. They've had some crazy hardpoint comebacks. They start roaring. Expect things to get crazy. But here comes in the second Hellstorm. We'll see if Rancor can connect with 10 seconds remaining on it. Maybe just trying to get kills to set them up for next. And that's exactly what's going to happen. It's actually going to turn into 3. They'll get the final 5 seconds. And spawning out Narnia is going to be Optic Texas. But as we head back to mid, not gonna be the worst thing. I mean, if that was like a P3 popping, that would have been devastation. But we get back to mid-map, so a chance for Optic Texas to break. But they gotta break early, they gotta break often. But getting broken is gonna be their back. That's gonna be 3 through on the feed for Heretics. Mercules, who started really flat, had a streak to throw into the fray. Might not be enough to keep them alive. Some key gunfights going down. Of course, it's Super, it's Rancor, it's Miami that come in and shock them in the map 1. If you are a Miami fan that was maybe worried after that Koi series, you're feeling a little bit better right now. Because even honestly, like, is there a good chance that Optic are bounce back and win maps 2, 3, and 4? Sure, there is a good chance of that. But like already, like I feel like just that one map, like I'm like, okay, I feel more positive about Heretics than I did.
Yeah, it's odd. Like I know they had 1 roster change, but these guys were a top 4 team for half the year last year. They were so competitive. They were so good.
Yeah, you needed to like realign my like thought about it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
These guys didn't know much about Trakes. And
well, then there's all these other rosters. It's sort of Paris has gotten better. Their teams have got better.
And maybe it's just because they did. It's 1 year, right? But we're obviously staying in the Black Ops world, so not like that drastic a change. But yeah, I kind of didn't have high expectations. And you said to me, I mean, bro, they were really top 3 or 4 earlier.
And they were top 3 the entire like second half of the year.
Yeah.
A couple of chances away from making finals. Probably should have made a final, just never could get there. But this is what we saw. That AR duo, Rancor, Super, going crazy in map 1.
Woo. Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to consider it was what, an 0-7 or 0-8 start for Trakes. Metals was triple negative. The fact that they like had a lead change when that was still pretty much the case. Super and Rancor put the team on their back and had some key rotations early on. Like they were that good to keep them in it. Then once the whole team started to step up, like that it was impressive.
Yeah, I think obviously it's a new addition to the map, but what this P4 has done is like you have to really invest into this because I don't think Optic got a point, maybe a couple. I think this map gets a little haywire when Dashi calls in that early Hellstorm on the first rotation when they have that lead. That's what allowed Miami to sort of get going a bit. Because if Optic wins that P4, the game might be, it's already like 100 points, might be done. But great job bouncing back when they needed to.
Yeah, and this is like, I don't want this to come across as an excuse for Optic whatsoever, but like I think where they are in kind of a tier of their own, and the fact that everybody's chasing them, there is part of me that, like, I almost think it's a good thing if they have some XC series. Lose some maps, go a little bit deeper, like, I almost think going into a tournament is like a negative thing. Here's 3-0 stopping everyone. You want to be tested a little bit. We've talked about this a million times over the years, so being tested a bit, not the worst thing.
No, that's just it. It's sort of keeps you mellow. Keeps you chill.
The fact is, we just have enough good teams in the league right now where you're going to drop some maps. But impressive stuff there from Heretics to get the dub. We'll see if they can continue off of that, because
they gotta do better when it comes to Heretics.
Looked great in moments against Koi. What the hard point they won was what? It was Den, which is the map 4. So things get even more interesting now, right? Wasn't that the one they beat Koi? Yeah, it was Den.
Yeah, I just think Optic
are too good on Den.
I think they are clear on every mode. Like, I think their Den is unreal. So I think they're going to be happy about map 4. But
100%.
yeah,
but if you're Heretics, like, you got beat by,
did look good.
You got beat by 1,000 on what was it, Scar, and then you beat Koi on that. So okay, listen, I'm assuming it's a good map for them based off one series.
You're going to play your strengths. This early into the year.
100%. But now, similar to the last series Optic played, you lose the first map like you did to G2. You look to bounce back. And again, there have been Optic rosters in the past. I'm talking about the past like 10 years where you lose a map when you're worried. Not the case here. This is a very well-rounded team. You have who's become the clutch god in Search for them and Hercules. You already had the clutch god in Dashy. You have a ton of playmaking ability. You have players with a good head for Search and Destroy. You don't have a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah, I think, you know, when we go to sort of like a Scar search, right, based on what we've seen, it's just sort of I don't know, there's not a lot of freedom for Shotzi to like find timings and openings. It just, is that going to be available on the flank or through middle shop? Just from what we've seen, it's just sort of like dodging nades, right, making sure no one's flanking, just sort of waiting things out, then working at a bomb site. But we'll see. You never know. Teams have been switching up the pace.
And then on the other end for Heretics, like, you know, you think the last year with Real on the team, he like kind of changed, not the culture, but changed their Search and Destroy, certainly. Rancor was the difference maker really for them in the hard points. And then when Super came in, like Super in Search was, I mean, he had the highest KD for a stretch there. I mean, he was lights out in Search and Destroy. The guy was rocking like a 1.5 for multiple months.
Well, and he just like changed some of the map metas last year. Like he just had a different strat on some of the maps that they played where we're like, well, we haven't seen that all year. So it just seems like he has a good mind for it.
Yeah, just annoying. Like I remember if you blocked out the name and team, I thought he was Cell sometimes.
Yeah,
like, just get into a heady, ripping 3. Map 2 now. Does Optic look to bounce back, and Heretics look to continue shocking people. They get aggressive. Aggressive up plane side, and Trakes is able to get the opener. Unfortunately, they're going to lose medals, though, so we'll even it out at 3-3. Playing inside of Delhi is going to be Mercules, who's looking to give himself maybe a one-on-one, but going to play it safe for now. And Optic, I mean, pretty spread. It looks like everyone's just kind of looking to get a one-on-one, maybe want to fight, or let Dashy hit a snipe.
Yeah, I mean, Hook and Shotzi go towards B side early. I don't know if they're maybe just trying to find an opening towards B, but with Bomb on that side of the map, maybe they were trying to do something on that side. But it was Trakes who got aggressive, was able to take down Shotzi, but now things really have slowed down. But Dashy's going to find the timing behind everyone for Miami. They are all 3 there. Somehow only gets one with the pistol, but you still have the advantage.
Oh, that's one where it's like actually hard because there's so many people in front of you. You're like, I don't know who to shoot. Your aim assist like fighting against you on other titles far more probably than this one. But now Trakes trying to clutch, able to catch one, down to 1 versus 1. Versus the clutch master and Hercules, and he'll shut him down.
Okay.
Never a doubt.
Especially with the pistol. I mean, he has just been so good with this. Not even a reaction from him, just locked in.
No, that's like Scar clip. Was that an overload, right?
Yeah,
clip he showed me with his pistol. Like the guy in the window. I was like, what?
Yeah, a little pop up there, and then I mean, Drake's a really good round. You have the first blood, you get the first kill to force the 1 versus 1. Would have loved to have it.
You know, I never thought I'd be calling someone like the clutch master on a team with Dashy, but like he's kind of become that very quickly, right? It reminds you like. Okay, this is like a weird example. Like I remember when 04 first came in the league, remember he like literally it was like 1v2, 1v3, like he just like instantly was clutching constantly. Like it's kind of been Hercules. He's coming. I mean, he's been good everywhere, but just the number of 1v somethings he's had. I was trying to think if someone did that like right away. It's just 04 came to mind for some reason a couple of years back. They'll get the blood. Dashy will get the pick. This time shooting at 1 instead of 17. Medals will get dropped. His struggles continue in the series early. Keep an eye on Shotzi as he's kind of the off-site guy, and the timing is going to be big for him. He might not even be needed at this point, honestly.
I mean, they just use their numbers, and then they just sort of time a 3-2-1, like slide out and chow together up top. So that was Hook and Mercules. And well, Mercules going to find his 4th in a row. Just using, and there is the double chow, and he gets another one.
Mercules frying off of the clutch and on a big one. And yeah, I was thinking Shotzzy might become crucial at some point, but then, no, he wasn't needed at all. He was vibing, bro. He might have been in the cockpit trying to fly that plane.
He was just hanging out.
Yeah, no.
Just hanging out. But yeah, you just sort of, once you have the numbers, you know their A side. He's locking down the B side of the map, making sure there's nothing through mid, nothing through B. You just kind of saw, let's double chow together. We have the numbers. Just make sure we're trading effectively. They did just that.
Is this like almost like jetpack COD search in a way? This map, like, you don't get a lot of plants, I feel.
Well, I mean, this title in a way. You move so quickly. That's why our teams are sort of resilient to.
You'll see some plants on Dan. We saw some on exposure, but I feel like there's a lot of rounds where Bomb's not playing.
Well, especially nades. I mean,
yeah.
the trophy,
that's true. That's a big part of the trophy. You're not getting until round 3, 4, whatever it might be. I mean, here we are, round 3. You see, it still wasn't earned on whoever's POV we were on, but the fights get mixy very quickly. Is trying to bully their way onto the point. Tons of damage in from Hoog. Last guy is Super, who is maybe, he might have been down to 20 HP. And well, this is when you can plant the bomb. When you're 3 versus 1. Super can be a search and destroy phenom, but well, that's going to be Mercules on the other side of that. And that looked ridiculous.
I mean, he just, well, it looked ridiculous because a lot of the times in that scenario, you just putting shots in and wasting time, and he just kept shooting. Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah, I got this.
So I feel like Super literally dropped before he saw him on the re-engage.
No, he just kept shooting.
Freaking literally 6-0 right now.
Just held the pre-fire.
He did. Yeah, no, like Super's POV looked insane.
But just another great round. You have the Hellstorm. He hits the plan in. But yeah, here it is, another look at it. Yeah, just keep shooting him. But honestly, from his POV, you spotted him like the whole time. But yeah, a lot of times you just like, you don't want to over-chow. That's usually what we say.
Yeah, but Super though, he's kept like sliding and trying to pop up on him. He's kept popping up into bullets. Mercules, maybe not the best map 1. Well, he started to bounce back after the slow start, but a real great start. Here it's 6-0. Kid is a freak. Super looking for angles. Trakes maybe slowing it down a little bit. See, he pulls out an AR, and it's just Hook tucked away on the other side of mid. Playing real deep is Rancor. That's because, well, you know, you kind of left both side open, and they're hoping someone takes advantage. But similar to a couple rounds ago, like Shotzi's just chilling. He's like, I'll wait until I get called for my team, or I have to make a play.
Doesn't need to get over. This is the first time Optics really just not aggressive over towards A.
Yeah.
They're just sort of giving them freedom.
I like it though. Keep them guessing, bro.
And well, that's why.
That's why. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. And that's going to be the cue for Shotzi to go, though. He gets the call. He flies forward for a second, and that's basically worst case scenario. You get the info, you lose the player to snipe, but well, Trakes is going to get caught for free. That's one depth he can't have. And then Rancor gets caught. It looked bad for Optic for a second, but then they capitalized on some misplays and mispositions from Heretics. And now Shotzi's just lurking. He's like, guys, I want to get involved if that's okay. He hasn't really had to so far.
No, and on this map, that's kind of what I was talking about. He doesn't have sort of a lot of the freedoms, but it doesn't matter because he finds the timing top A. Well, it just says, hey, guys, I got this locked down. I'm going to play for the guy up top, then snaps onto the second one.
He's like, guys, can I shoot my gun? It's like, there's been some rounds where he hasn't been able to do a whole lot. Granted, partially Mercules, all the kills he's gotten, partially his position on defense has been kind of that offside guy, but there, showing it. Close out the round. That's one where, I mean, you get the pick, you survive the streak, you get the pick. Granted, the reason maybe some of those openings are there is because they had to reposition behind the streak, but
well, even just in general, like Trace is just by himself mid. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels the timings were a bit off there. Maybe the choms were off for Miami.
It's probably something about how everyone just came out of like hiding from the streak.
Yeah, there's only 30 seconds left or something.
Yeah, so. I have to watch it back, but it just felt too easy, right? It felt way too easy. It is for Mercules. He has yet to die. 7-0 is a good stat line.
It is. It's perfect. Well, it's going to be pressure over to him. All 3 players.
Spidey senses.
Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't really see anything, but somehow he knows they're here.
Spidey
But timing's, I think, not going to work for Alpha.
It's not. No, he's like, guys, I swear, I was checking. Just never actually got eyes on. And finally, something working for Heretics there. The aggressive play up A side. Going to catch him. And like, if Mercules does spot somebody, that probably plays out a little bit differently. Maybe he tucks away.
Well, and it's tough. It's like the first round you really slow down on offense if you're Optic, so they kind of just sort of creep up towards A. And that just means they don't know how many players are A-side, right? You're not engaging in any gunfights. You're not seeing the players shouldering. So Mercules has like no clue. It could be 1. He's not expecting 3. So just due to sort of the nature of the round where they played a little bit slower, he ends up getting.
Well, it's kind of back to that was like the round. That's kind of the round 1 where they caught Shotzzy. Like they got aggressive there. This time, just Shotzi's not in that position, and they get through for free. But it seems Heretics. I mean, we know last year they did some things on maps that were like a little unorthodox at times in Surge, but it was fun to watch. Shotzzy with the nades in the vehicle, going to get the blood there. His super is gone. Trakes will pick up his snipe, and he'll try to get the help in. Eyes on for a second. Dashy sees that. He's like, okay, well, that peak might not be the best.
Man, Shotzzy really just hangs out on this map, huh?
Yeah, no, he does, like, literally.
He's
That's
just
what I'm
in
saying.
that spot.
No, when he got involved, I was like, I'm like, guys, I gotta shoot my gun for a second. Like, please.
Well, speaking of that, Rentor's just going to work up towards the bomb, find the player in mid to force a 3-on-3. Trace is going to have this snipe, but he's going to get shut down. But you have made this interesting as well. Now Shotzzy going to have to rotate.
And yeah, it's either he's rotated and the round is over, or he's rotated and the round is over, just in different fashion. His teammates got all the kills, or his teammates all die. But listen, very winnable.
Yeah, and he's reading this well. He kind of knows they're out of A. So it's just depending on this sort of timing that he gets. Can he catch them? At least find the information that he needs.
Yep, there's some info, but
that's an AR.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Yeah, even if he got that kill, I think he's traded right after. So a couple solid rounds here from Heretics.
And that was with a very early first blood. Right on the super. Where you're just, again, you're just sort of challenged, but not all 4 players are there. Or Hook ends up getting caught.
Well, it's sort of trying to balance the throws and the clutches, right? Like you kind of threw away maybe a 4v3 in the last round. This time you bring it back at a 3v4. You balance it out. Still work to do those. You went down, what, 0-4 early. I'm curious to see if anything changes maybe with the defensive setup for Optic next time with regards to shots here. If it's played out the same way.
Yeah, it feels like they're really worried about like leg B hits.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's something from scrims or they did their homework and they're expected. It's what it seems like, right? Like he's staying very disciplined. Or he's falling asleep, I don't know.
Sometimes you have maps like that. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. I think just being that offside guy sometimes. A trophy here, so they can try to actually work this plan. Oh, he tries to throw it down, lands on the lip.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help you.
No, I was going to say, I don't think that's going to work the way you want it to at all.
And then in the middle of the map, you have a one-on-one. Metals is...
Well, that works, though.
Yeah, okay, well, you have the first blood, and I think it was Metals and Shotzzy. Hook's going to find Super. There is a nade from Trakes, so 2-on-3. Now, Metals is going to start to work the pinch, but they're just going to isolate Trakes. I love that play from Optic.
Push forward and deal with it. Metals last up, and he will get dropped. Shotzzy able to pick up the kill. Trophy maybe didn't go where he wanted it to, but the snipe sure did. Dashy opens him up, and like you said, no delay there. They're very decisive.
And that's another reason why, like, sometimes on Scar, you don't see a bomb plan at A, because the flank through the middle of the map can just be so quick.
Yeah.
So you just kind of push out the one guy you know is there. With your numbers.
I was worried he was going to end up like sniping the trophy on accident. Honestly, was like kind of my concern with where it was, but nah, it works out. Picks him out of the window. And after the back-to-back rounds from Heretics, Optic now get one round away from tying this series up. And honestly, they've been in control pretty much throughout.
Yeah, and Shotzi's like, I'm gonna go A now, boys. Let's have an aggressive round.
Now watch. Now they're gonna go B.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
That is the way it is. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. Well, hold up now.
There's the spot. They are just gonna rotate back, but this will allow Shotzi to kind of be in a position. But normally people clear this. Throw a nade or a stun at this late into the round. What does Miami want to do? I mean, Bomb's still in the middle of the map. It feels like they're still setting up a B play.
Oh, he just looks right over him. He's going to get spotted. He's going to get dropped. Nice lurk there from Trakes. Mercules is dropped. Numbers to Heretics. Now, how do they deal with Shotzzy if that's the way they even go? Or can Dashy hit a snipe and even this up?
Miami's still so patient. Like, you have no information right now if you are Optic. You're looking at both bomb sites and not seeing a thing. So they're just going to go through the middle of the map. And even in the middle of the map, Hook spots nothing. Somehow gets in between everybody, but Trakes picks it up.
Okay, Shotzi's been lurking this whole time. He does pick up a kill. He's going to have to do it all. Takes out another. trying to swap, not able to take it. It would be an ace for Shotzi if he pulled it off. At least, yeah, involved in the action. Just unfortunately, as things collapse. Nice lurk for Trace, but just a much different round than we've seen throughout all this.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to set up Trace over towards the B side, right? You throw shoulders. He got no great position. Where he was in that corner with that player on the plane, so he's able to find this first one. This is close. It's still not easy getting that player off the heady.
Yeah, he's 11 HP.
And then able to catch the timing. I love what Miami did after the first blood. They showed nothing on the rotate, and then they just hit the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Just kind of cut through the Optic defense.
Drake, slow start to the map one, but step it up here with some big plays. Gets to even on the 3 streak, but they're going to need to win 3 more rounds now to take this, and it's a hit. Heavy-handed here from Optic. They're going to go. Nettles tucked away at that box. You know, they can be the playmaker. You expect someone to be there, and the wallbang comes in. Beautifully done from Hercules. There's the blood. No surprises coming from the box play.
I don't know if it was a nade, a stun, or just pure intuition, but that is going to be a first blood. Bomb already going down. Doesn't look like Super has a sniper out, but in the middle of the map goes Shotzi. Just trying to find his timing and, well, plays it correctly. Able to spot the first one, and, well, it's a 2 versus 2.
It just gets awkward with stairwells, bro. Time dwindling. 45 seconds to go.
Wow.
And Super and Rancor clutch up.
Bro?
That's like, it's like Shotzi probably could have gotten 2. It's just kind of awkward. Like as he looks top step, someone slid back down bottom.
Come on.
Yeah, you have that closed railing, so it's just tough to spot that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, a chance to just sort of close out the game.
You gotta win those, Luke,
Great teamwork
please,
out of Miami again. Another 3 versus 4 for them.
Yeah, that's how hard to even fault him. Like it's just, it can be awkward, but yeah, he wins the round there if he gets 2. Heretics, though, as we saw against Koi, just staying alive in some of the search and destroys. Already able to take.
Yeah, I mean, they went down early on Scar Search and then brought it all the way back.
That's true. Yep. Heretics trying to push this to around 11. Shotzi looks like he's back to kind of his back to his default spot, and you'll have a 3-on-3 kind of skirmish over towards A. Clearing space with utility, and now starting to work up a little bit here.
Yeah, they were trying to catch Dashy. Dashy got very aggressive. Trying to get pushed up, trying to catch him with the nades, but he was out of dodge so quickly. So it felt like every time they've gotten aggressive towards A, that's when Optic were winning a round. So now they're going to go right back to it and just try to chow out. All right,
Trace works up, able to win 1. We'll get traded out.
Same thing, that same play.
Getting aggressive, though. Through mid is Hook. Through B side is Shotzi. Shotzi is going to back it up, maybe peek from mid. Make them planning it. Can he get away with his life, though? Shots into his toes. Hook trying to go vertical and catch him. He's able to do just that. Big kill from Hook. Give them numbers again. All going to be on Rancor and Super now to clutch up. They were massive in the map 1. They brought it back without numbers a couple of times. Can they do it again? Mercury's able to spot and back him up. Super good disengage there. He would have got caught. Clock is your friend. They're going to fly. Needs one more bullet on 1. Somehow staying alive. Rancor gets the kill over the top. 2v2. Under 20 seconds to go now. I think it got to fly. Rancor wins 1. Now down to a 1 versus 1. All on Super. Pistol out.
Come on, Hoop. Come on, Hoop. Let's go, Hoop.
Is it enough?
To be so close.
He got it. He got it. He got it. Hook clutches up in the 1 versus 1. Grabs it with around 0.5.
Good stuff.
And Optic win the search and destroy. It got a little bit scary.
Bro.
There were some, honestly, a ton of wild rounds just in the sense of 3v4.
I ain't gonna lie. Merc is averaging 10 kills per S&D is crazy.
In the previous round in a spot to do it again. Play their lives so well. The teamwork showing out. But Super, he just kind of backs down, doesn't re-challenge, hoping the time goes his way. Who hunts him down, knows he's in that corner, just gets to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, in a sense, like kind of playing a 50-50, hoping it's the low push.
That's what it is.
Not the high push, and he just gets caught. Incredible play there from Hook. They bounce back to the surge, similar to what they were able to do against the G2. Now tied up 1-1, and you said you think they're the best DIN team, so you're feeling good about their map 4. We'll see how they end up looking in the overload, but stats now from the 6-4 victory for Optic.
This is his...
Mercules slowed down a bit, but still put up 1,600 damage.
I think this is his second or third.
So after that,
no, I think this is
3 and
his
6, but
third.
he was still put in damage.
I think it's his third or his second 10
He goes
kills.
up to 9 and 7. I just think for Optic, just for their play, their team play, when they got aggressive, they were catching them off guard. When things slowed down, you kind of saw the Miami of last year, right? Where they were just sort of finding these timings, just annoying to read, very difficult to read, and then clutching up. So, like, again, you saw a glimpse of it, but just too slow of a start.
I thought they would at least put the D in.
We're starting to see shades of that team that was top 3 and top 4 all year. Because I wasn't too quick to judge Trakes like after that first series. It was a tough matchup. He's going to have to work his way into the system, but looking good. Tied up 1-1. I don't know, man. I'm thinking 3-0. I'm kind of hoping we go the whole way. We'll see if Heretics can continue to test them, but some tough respawns coming up for Heretics. It cannot be just a super Rancor show. They're going to need the other guys involved. We've got Overload coming up after the quick break. Do not go anywhere. Optic, Heretics, as we continue on.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I was debating on getting this skin when I was playing COD, but I went and just got this blueprint. I'm waiting for the CDL skins, to be honest. Those are alright, but I want the CDL skins. Whenever they show that. If not, then I guess I have to buy this.
Oh my god.
Go, Rose! Go, 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 go!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah! Oh my god! They're doing it! It's insanity! They got the ball though!
Oh my god. It's around the net to see we can score for free.
Oh my god!
What just happened?
Wait, what?
Did BZ just do that?
Dude. Call of Duty.
Overload's the greatest mode in Call of Duty history. Overload's the greatest game mode in Call of Duty history.
Sick ladder grab I've ever seen.
Nice.
Let's go! Come on, Benjay! Come on, Benjay!
Oh, man.
You just overextended kill me. There needs to be a trade there.
Not overshelling that. How are you losing that? Oh my god! No fundamentals out of the full pro squad.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
Come on, guys! Let's go! Optic with one of the most insane years I have ever seen. I've been doing this 12 years now. The start they had to the finish they had, an unbelievable win and a cap to the season. Listen, the Optic boys are cruising. It's been awesome to see their success, and they're going to be hosting Major 1. Tickets are on sale. And yeah, they're the favorites, clear and away.
Yeah, now they got a ring ceremony. That's going to be Saturday, I believe, first thing of the day. So make sure to get your tickets now.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like when it comes to Major 1, I feel like it should always be the team that won it all, to be honest.
I was going to go, but
that make more
it should
sense.
be a great time. It's a hell of a
ring ceremony and stuff like that.
Just in general, I mean, you've been doing this a long time. Like, you worked on like league ops for a long time and helped even find venues, and you lived in that world. This is the first time I think we've had a full schedule with every location before the year launched. Like, you literally looked at me, you're like, I don't know, has this ever happened?
No, it hasn't felt like it. But
It's
yeah,
great.
I mean, yeah, you get like tickets everywhere to like all the events right now, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're in for a good year. The title is amazing. We've got some incredible teams. It feels like competition's going to be absurd. We're going to Europe twice.
Damn, I forgot
the
to
venues
change
are cool. We're not going to Kitchener. We're going to
I forgot to change
Vegas.
the title.
I love it there.
Bit of a you love. Like, I bought property there. Okay. my vacation home is actually in Kitchener.
Yeah.
Oh, never again, please.
I'm going golfing.
New Spanish era, super Rancor. They've been demonic so far in this series, nearly bringing it back or trying to bring it back in that map too. If they don't go in the 0-4 hole, maybe it happens, but Mercules was in final form early in that one. Some big clutches from Optic, and they're able to take it as Hoot closes out the map too. And I mean, we only have a small sample of Heretics and Overload, but Koi literally
destroyed him.
That was the 8-0 one, right? Yeah. It was not pretty.
It was ugly. But that was a week ago.
Yes, and well, I mean, heck, the map one looked really improved from a week ago, so we'll see if they've improved on Overload as well.
And I'm telling you, early in the year, like, I don't know, a day or two, like, behind feels
like an eternity.
Yeah, it's just a massive gap this early on, so I'm sure those extra days of practice going to help them out, what they hard focused on.
All right. Come on.
To Scar, Overload, we go. How does this map, as far as like Overload goes, maybe differ from the others? What do you like about it?
I mean, it's a little bit, it's just slower pace, right? I mean, your scores that are going to be coming in, they mean a heck of a lot more. Possession is important.
You might have like a 2-1.
Yeah. But it's really all about sort of map control. You know, I think if you're Optic, you're kind of looking over towards the B zone.
And it played that way before the change to the pistol, so.
Right, yeah.
You got to think the scoring, it might get hurt even more. But Optic finding some openings behind Shotzi's too, but it's super. And it goes clutch on the back end, and that's going to be, dude, where those ARs, like your bailouts from the back line, that defensive line that like Rancor and Super can be, they're gonna clutch up sometimes to stop what looks like a score.
I was gonna say what like Miami's going to do, but I've never seen the objective letters on the minimap just not show up for one side, so that's a first for me.
That's true. That is true. Well, try to collapse towards mid. Honestly, with both teams kind of finding kills every time they try to play for objective, nothing really opening up, and Shotzi's able to find a time to get behind, and then he'll get lost in green. So what he's going to do constantly in houses on both sides of the map, just try to be a thorn in their side. On the other end, you have Metals kind of in behind enemy lines. They're able to deal with him. They're still trying to find Shotzi. Shotzi has a one-on-one top side. He loses that to Rancor, so they deal with that. Maybe a time now for Heretics to begin to push forward, but at the same time, you lose 2 other gunfights, so yeah, this sort of speaks to what you were talking about. It's a bit slower. It hasn't even been the possession game yet. Barely anyone's been able to get hands on the rock.
Yeah, and just one kill just kind of stops your push. We just saw it, right, where Metals is the last player alive. He's able to find the EMP carrier, and then Optic just sort of have to slay again. But Shotzi continues to get into his spot, and that's going to be top green. Just from there, you just have angles all over the map. So annoying to deal with. Mercules goes for it, though. Does end up getting caught. Super. Some great defense throughout this map.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking you can tell that player's taking shots at Shotzi. Maybe he finds a timing to slip through. Nearly gets there, but yeah, the defense holds strong again. Still have ball in a tough spot, but as they find the rest of the kills, that will be a reset. Super leaps right over somebody's head, so Mercules ends up behind. At least they limit him to 1.
Metals got really aggressive. He finds one more. They probably just go, but you're just going to take it plain side now if you're Miami. And this is going to really slow things down. Just now, they're just sort of playing around possession. And then if they get a set of kills, that's when they can go. And well, after they're going to peek this, that's going to be 2 dead. You're going to get your spawner. Now, here's your first real attack if you are the Heretics.
See if they can trade it out. It seems like both teams have done just enough defensively. It's like on some maps, like you don't require a 3 or 4 down to maybe get a score. It just feels like here you do. You need like a 4 down.
Or your entire team to be involved, just sort of hitting nades, stuns, putting pressure on their base.
Yeah.
But not one where it's going to come down to a couple of key one-on-ones where it's just like on den. But yeah, see if that EMP resets anytime soon. That it will be a 3 dead. And well, Super, he's going to be a good spot to help out Trakes.
Can't win that gunfight though. Comes out of some key gunfights. A big grenade though for Rancor to get a kill, but still can't put it through yet. There we go. Another big one-on-one win, and that'll be the score on through. And that's. So you're talking about possession game, hit some nades, get to position, but like it felt like they literally got there like 3 waves, bro. From side, they like got the plane, and then it's like 3 more steps to score.
No, it is. Yeah, on this map, it absolutely is. And they just, you know where they're spawning, you put your stuns, your nades into it, and hope those players chow weak, and they do. That's when you find those multi-kills. That's going to spawn topside again. So Miami, they go right back to that strategy. The problem is Dashy is behind them. There will be a 3 dead. Well, aggression now for Optic.
No, I like it. I mean, the diversity kind of in Overload and how it plays, because that was always a big thing in Control, right? Like you wanted, I don't know, kind of a 50-50 map, maybe a defensive favorite map, maybe an offensive favorite map. That's kind of a perfect world. Here, you'd like to have a little diversity. And Hook, well,
so close.
Can't sneak it through. Kind of like Mercules tried to do earlier in the round, is maybe catch a timing and get on through. But
lock the
trying to
fuck
survive the
in,
half
man.
and get to the flip. Maybe one more opportunity for Heretics to put a point on through. Hook, though, finding an opening, stiffing it out. Now it'll be shut down. Now with 3 dead, you try to fly forward. Shots are going to be the point man.
Oh, he does take down Hoot. That's going to be Rancor, so EMP going to be dropped.
Bro.
Then you have
Just
shots
6.
in the top green, so you're going to have a scoring chance.
Just
But that maybe
6,
that's the key
bro.
kill. Tracy's able to find one, but you're going to fly. Well, you're going to get it on in. So the timing on point there for Optic.
They had a couple opportunities, finally able to capitalize in the closing seconds. We'll see with the reset. If maybe, who knows? Optic can get hands on ball and maybe make a play. You still had, well, I say, a little forward position there with Shotzzy, but at least he delays to make sure you can get possession. But now you just have 30 seconds to work with. You have Mercules inside of green. There's still potential to put through a score, but a lot's going to rely on 5-min map and Hook and what Mercules can do from green. Hercules able to get one. Dashy pops the pistol, and there's a second score. And in the final, 60 seconds? Optic able to turn it on and take the edge. And I think for Heretics, it's like you blink, you're like, what the hell just happened?
It just felt like they could never get dream control again, right? As soon as Optic got to that spot, throughout the first 4 minutes, they did a very good job of trading that player out, making sure they had house control, winning that one-on-one. Towards this last minute, there was always another player.
Oh, for real, they're disappointing me right now,
You can see that's what sort of the early rounds where you had Super, played some great defense, then it turned to Miami, possession and a score. But then it was all Optic to close the half.
Yeah, no, I thought Optic were kind of just trying to survive. Like, there was so much possession there with that stretch for Heretics. Like, let's just get to the half. Like, things aren't going too well, but final 60 seconds. A very different map. As you said, got green, never really lost it after shots again. And then Mercules, beautiful plays there, and Hoop goes clutch from mid. You take advantage now. We'll see how the early moments of this pay off. I mean, not maybe as much on this map, but you know, like winning break and sometimes lead to early score. Some nasty work there from Hook as he gets to, and they're just gonna fly forward.
Well, there you go. You just talked about it. So yeah, an early break and it leads to it because Hook can fly forward. He gets into blue, able to find the next kill, and the dash he finds a double. All map control already for Optic after the score.
I feel like whether it was CTF, whether it was control, whether it's overload, like a good break leads to sometimes leads to a score, leads to a cap, whatever it may be. Yeah, talk about it, it happens. That always feels good. Dude, Hook is shooting right now. Straight headies. Dashy gets a kill and gets through. Now they're starting to run away with this one and just have Heretics pinned in. Dashy just hanging out on the A cap. They're gonna leave him and just go forward. Say, screw it, let's leave him behind. The question is, do you turn and catch the time to actually deal with him? You don't. Dashy, oh, well, you do. He just wins the gunfight.
And well, Miami right now, I mean, the first half it was looking great, but the last couple of minutes not going their way. Down by 3. Let's see if Heretics can bring it back with the listening.
Arriba no le veo. Una bala pasarela abajo, Yen tocado. Yen muerto. Dale, arriba vamos. Tiwani y Marque, ¿me ayudas?
Aquí Viles.
Ahora el Marque, Nico. El de Marque no queda uno, El de Marque está en otro lado, ¿quién va a pinchar Marque, chavales?
Pibón, Berg. Son dos. Pasa Halwell. Todos en la bola.
¿Está yendo para izquierda?
Todos en la derecha.
No, van a la derecha. Vamos a la derecha. La derecha ya, muerto, tiene una bala. Otra lo veo, Está en otra esquina. Te tengo la valla yo. Derecha. Yo te espalda. Me mata ya.
Muerto la bola. Buena.
Falta, ¿aguantas? Venga, Nico, coño. Pillar la derecha.
Otra, pibón.
Muerto.
Buena. Por.
Escuchado.
Hay que hacer el contra
Vamos media izquierda, chaval.
Voy, por favor.
Ahí no estoy en con.
Con Dashi tocado, no puedo matar. Halwell.
Alfon
no sé qué hace. Sí, en la
muerto, estoy en la bala, meto.
Ahí para izquierda, ¿vale?
Uno. Y otro con esto. Estoy mirando arriba, ¿vale?
Tocado y otro en Marque.
Yo no le veo. Muerto, área verde.
Buena. Hay que ir.
Ochal.
Ochal, Cloud9.
Tengo uno.
Aguanta, lo puedo matar.
Vale,
Muerto, back. Va, la bola.
¿La bola?
Sí, se va a tirar.
Muerto. Cameado. Caza Yule.
Muerto, estoy dando. Estás con izquierda derecha conmigo.
Van a hacer chaya.
Muerto, otro más. El lip. Va a abrir Pitu.
Tengo uno muerto.
Pitu.
El de la bola que se ha vaqueado. Arriba verde, T2 y bola.
Área verde no veo.
Van a aguantar al fondo.
Verde no veo.
You can see the difficulty of scoring from that position for Heretic. So close. Just, yeah, the spawn's close for Optic. There seems to be always one more guy.
Well, and that's why I think we've kind of seen some other teams testing the other side, because if you get green control, you can go through top side, you actually spawn them like hotel balconies. So like, if you can win that fight, it's like a freebie. It's just not as easy to get control of.
You get them spawning. No, it looks insane on the map. Like,
yeah, where like when you're trying to go through middle, they're just spawning in that top left pocket.
Yeah, it's not like you're spawning them at airplane.
Exactly. Yeah, like it stuns nades over the top. Yeah, you need an extra set of kills, and well, you're already in such a tough spot.
Hook has had, I mean, he's plus 2, but like he's just had some insane stretches and multi-kills that led to a lot of their scoring, or at least opening things up to allow his teammates to get into clutch position. With 60 seconds remaining, not much Heretics are going to be able to do with being down 3, but we'll see if some sort of miracle is in the works. They're in position to maybe put through a score, but there's always somebody extra here from Optic that cannot break through this line.
Well, the problem is when you're down 3, you
or you just grab it and go.
Yeah, he just grabs it and go, but you always have possession, or you need possession. One of your players just has a pistol, right? So you're just at a disadvantage. It's so difficult to consistently win team fight after team fight. They've done a pretty good job. I'm really just locking it down, 32 and 22. I mean, we always talk about it. You look up at the scoreboard and somehow this guy's plus 10.
Yeah, I mean, not the best map 1, but map 2, huge here. Going massive, just getting shots in behind, breaking up any kind of push from Heretics. Maybe an opportunity to get one more on the board.
Okay, here we go.
Wait a second. Wait a second. You lose everybody outside of Trakes, though. Is Trakes able to get any value out of his life?
He's gotta go big here.
Not able to do it. He'll get caught by Dashy. It's spawning out plain side. If they can get it, they'll get 30 seconds added on. They grab it and drop instantly. Everyone is trying to send bodies at it. And of course, it is Shotzi who's shooting you in the back. It gets a little sketchy, but what was it, 3 lead with like 60 seconds to go? I mean, it's possible. We're gonna see some crazy moments while we saw it. I mean, we're going back to week 1 with that kind of face thieves map, but look for a moment, like maybe.
I just think it's efficiency, right? Like how effective Optic are when they do get possession. They get 3 or 4. They just go. I don't know. Again, like there was 4 minutes where Miami were playing great defense, had possession. You blink and they're down 3.
No, it's about like, I don't know, dealing with the bad spots when you're in bad position and coming up clutch, and also executing when you're in good position. Being able to execute, actually turn it into scores. Optic just have a crazy stretch. I mean, honestly, bro, think about it. Their 2 scores came in like the final 60 seconds and the first 60 seconds. It's really just like 2 minutes where all of their offense came from.
That's all that matters.
I mean, that's last year when it matters.
When it matters.
When it matters.
Yeah, just closing the door. I mean, Miami played pretty tough. Oh, I mean, look at the end of the scoreboard, right? It's just you lose by 1. But
I'm gonna you should get that on a T-shirt, probably. When it matters, like, literally.
When it matters, I like that. It's a good slogan. Oh, I'm just gonna write that one down.
No, I mean, that's just what I think about this team, honestly. Like, dude, these guys are nuts. But I mean, as much as I still want to gas Optic because they are the best team in the league right now.
2 more kills.
I still feel pretty impressed with what I'm seeing from Miami. I think it's just, again, based on how that first series we casted when I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, the scar overload looks a lot better than what was
I mean, listen, they may still lose the series, but they pushed it to game 5 versus Koi, but just 2 of the maps were so ugly, it felt like difficult to be positive about it. These have all been battles. Yes, you went 0-4 hole in the search, you still brought it back, goes to round 10. This, you had your chances. Granted, you know, it really came down to some late scores there, but still, I mean, it wasn't a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. And map 1, you're able to steal. Now, we get ready to go to a den. He's probably like, we might have got away with one. Take a breath. Like, maybe start to feel the pressure a little bit there in the final moments. Is an opportunity for craziness from Heretics. But Danny is the hard point where they beat Koi. I'm trying to remember what exactly like stood out about that was so different.
They did really well like the P4. Okay. And they won like multiple P4 like rotations and like had like full 60s there if I remember.
Okay. 50. Well, we're gonna see if they've got it. But you know, as much as it looked good for them, you said like I wouldn't play Optic on Den.
Anything? I don't know. Since like the preseason tournaments, it just always felt like, I don't know, their timings, especially just behind the subs. Shotzi finds these openings on this map. He's so difficult to track. They've seemed a step ahead when it comes to this map.
Bro.
Well, I mean, it's a thing like, obviously, teams are strong in game modes, but from your career, it's probably a thing too where maps just click for your team.
100%,
Like, it's not even a game mode thing. I mean, it is too, but the map just, I don't know, it just like works for your team?
No, that's 100%.
You feel more confident there? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Shotzi's probably happy to get off Scar. He's probably, all right, get me to my playground.
If he would just have more kills on hardpoint, bro, it would have been so much freaking better,
He was still finding some openings there, getting shots in from behind, but it was Hook, I think,
so
stood
much
out more
freaking
for
better,
me.
bro.
Again, but dude, you've talked about it a lot, like
man?
Hercules. It just feels like we don't even see his POV that much sometimes.
And then you look up and he's plus 10.
Yeah, all the time.
Like, it reminds me, I don't know, we talked about it like with Scrap. Like, we talked about it with some of like our stars. Like, you'll just be like, you don't even see their POV a lot of the times. You'll see just killing spree X5.
All right, I just need Optic
and
to
you'll look
win.
up and you're like,
at least,
yeah,
this guy's 33 and 22. I don't
he's
know.
different. The guy's absolutely different. But willing them back into this and now taking a 2-1 advantage. We'll see if they can close it out on Den, or if Heretics will keep on fighting. I mean, they were that team last year. I mean, it was passion. It was everything. It was the team changes they made, but they were always difficult to put away. They were a thorn in the side of the top teams. Like, you never want to play them because if they got hot, they could get anything done.
I mean, it started with like Major One in Spain, where that's where they sort of got going, where they went to all these game 5s, just clutching, and yeah, they were just a tough team to beat throughout the year.
Yeah, they can be so hard, but I think that's like sort of the common around a lot of teams right now for this year. That's what's scary. Like, a lot of the top teams just don't seem to have a whole lot of weaknesses across modes. But then again, I just saw Thieves get literally shit on. So I don't know.
Well, Paris is really good.
Yeah, Paris is real good.
Yeah, they have their number.
Is demonic. Right.
Yeah, he's
demonic.
They have their number for sure.
Yeah, well, they probably got a little more to play for that too. Yeah. There's some chips.
Well,
he was talking about that chip on Sim's shoulder. Like, if I'm onboarding Ghosty,
we're kind of talking about. I think it's just them and Optic and S. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kicking Scrap in the face on the way to a win, probably. Map 4 now. Is Optic look to close out the series? And Heretics look to extend it. The difference in their series versus Koi between Scar and Din was literally night and day, talking about the hard point.
Yeah, but again, Rencor off to a hot start. We saw it in map number 1. He's 5-0. Some great early P1 time, plus you're able to get the spawns for P2. So a nice start here for Miami, but here comes Optic. Shotzi Merchley's already inside of this hill. But it's a nice trade, and well, they re-flipped the map. So with that set of lives, Optic put themselves in a great position.
Yeah, I mean, Trakes is spawning out so far.
What?
Oh, nearly bad.
I didn't even know you could jump down to that roof.
Yeah, right.
I thought it was just going to be a death. Wow.
No, so did I. And then suddenly he was nearly getting back into it. But the team is getting back into it. Trakes spawned out as far as he possibly could from this P2, but he got here and was the closer.
And well, now they're going to have to do it again, though. You still have the close spawns. You didn't push out the back. You didn't want to throw your lives away. So you're playing from the objective. Super is making sure nobody's pinching. But yeah, it is all just about the spawns in the back. And well, they're doing it from the objective. Metals is on 5 in a row. Trace is looking for 5. Well, you've at least split this time, which you will take all day when you don't have this spawns. But they're probably going to win it. Well, they're going to hang on to the lead.
They'll be up, what, 20-30 after this. But now that... I mean, a lot of teams are going to be doing it, pulling out 3-4 drawbacks on that particular hard point. But if you get in and get like a moment to breathe, like a 4 down and you have 4 drawbacks in there, yeah, you're relying on, I mean, nades, really. That's how
I mean, even with back spawns, it can be so difficult to break. It's a staircase and a door. Really, the team breaking is relying on a couple of nades to connect.
Well, another hard point, another setup here for Heretics. They'll try to deal with the dojo side push. Super's got so many in front of him, gonna need some help. They're in the crossfire. The help is not going to come. It's gonna be all
and it's broke.
Optic as they break through. They only lose Shotzi to a nade, but a very good break there from Optic.
Yeah, I mean, just so clean, and now they're trying to set themselves up. But Metals does find the first, so the pinch will be here. You're gonna have to worry about both sides. So it's going to be Miami trying to just respond to that. But, I mean, Shotzi just spawns up, has a freebie, and that's going to be a 4 dead. And this is where it gets scary because now you have to make your choice. Do you hit ult or you're going to try to rotate? Look at Shotzi's position. He already knows they're going to be pushing through this P2 towards P4.
Yeah, the pinch looked perfect on the map until Shotzi spawned.
Right next to him.
Yeah, that was tough. Lead change, though. Optic now in front. We'll see what Hoop can find. The streak is continuing for Dashy. He already has that Hellstorm. Mercules can't win the fight. The nades hit for Heretics. Dashy now into the action. He's going to get dropped. Perfect sequence there from Heretics.
Yeah, plus they flip. I mean, they had to push through as soon as they got 2 dead. And sometimes that's when things can go wrong. But instead, it's a little bit later than that because that's going to be super off the map. And now you're going to get broken. You still have close spawns, so you will reinforce this. but not what you wanted.
Yeah, the break was
so great.
The break was so good. The hold, not so much.
Chance always talks about it. He's like, for some reason, this map, people are always falling off.
Yeah, no. That is true.
Or at least they rebroke. So,
yeah. Shotzzy, rough start, 6 and 13 from him, but hell yeah, you're down 10, not the end of the world. Gonna get ready for our second set as Heretics take these final couple of seconds and what they put up 30 or so on the P1 to start. So really solid P1 from them the first time through.
Well, they're just slaying with them right now. Yeah, Shotzi's having a rough one, but it's the entire team.
It feels like Shotzzy, maybe the pace is off a little, right? He's 6 and 14. Like that's his deaths compared to everyone else. Like maybe does he need to slow it down a little bit, or
yeah, maybe just not sort of get into his spots, or maybe just give props to Miami for not letting him sort of make his plays. But it doesn't even with him. Yeah, they're only down 6.
Yeah, true. It's just his like scoreline looks odd considering the overall score. But Heretics, they'll get back into the P1. I remember late in the first P1, we had like a couple of flip outs for the P2 spawns. We'll see this time who's able to secure it. Super is able to take 2 with him before he drops. His teammates spawning out top side and trying to race across, maybe influencing, get the flip. It's going to be Rancor trying to do just that. He wins one. On to Shotzzy. Next to pick it up will be Dapshi and spawning with him. Mercules is trying to deal with it. Hardpoint's about to pop, and you did a pretty good job here if you were Heretics last time. Once you got inside, you had 4 dropbacks out, and you were frying. Nice opening kill there for Mercules.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not getting that scrap time right as soon as Rentor starts to win that, because you would love to. Well, you do get the back spawn, but Optic just break on. What did Dapshi get? 3? I don't know. We're gonna see so many of those plays on this hill. But Optic, now they realize spawns all over the place. I mean, Hoot and Dapshi spawn all the way across the map, but they do pick up on the pinch. So they call that out. So now it relies on these players to lock it down, and Mercules hits 3.
A Dapshi triple, a Mercules triple, pistols on the feet for the most part. Some insane plays there from Optic as they take the lead and try to build on it here a bit better than we saw the first time through at the P2.
I mean, that could be the moment too, where like this game just opens up here for Optic.
Absolutely could be, but a lot of gameplay still to go. Mercules leading the way for the squad again. And now, last time you had this rotation, if you were Heretics, not gonna be as clean as it was last time. At least for the setup, but you got smoked even with the clean setup. This time you have to do a much better job.
Well, you have a Hellstorm on Dapshi, so I think this is the hill. He just dies, so right away maybe you're waiting on that. Yeah, he's gonna spawn up. They call it in right away. So able to earn it at that P2 with that play.
It looks like Super is hunting for him. Super was looking for him. He's able to get the kill onto Dapshi. His teammates survive around the point. They're locking it down towards Docho. Getting back into the hard point and battling back down 20. Rancor going nuclear.
And that's what we talked about. Just tough to put away this team in Heretics. But Dapshi was still alive. But yeah, Rancor locks it down with 3 in a row. Or right back down to the hill. It feels like even with sort of the kills going anywhere, there's always one more player, and then they're getting them off the objective is Optic. Now, this is the sort of play we talk about with Shotzzy on this map. He finds the opening on the P4 rotation. There is the double.
Nice.
This is why this guy loves Den.
Yeah, maybe a rough stat line for him, but plays like that. A chance to put his team in position to open up a lead, but it's like there's a little too much time left on hold, so the play doesn't actually end up leading to a whole lot, at least for a moment. But as Dapshi, I take it back, because Dapshi and Mercules find kills, it's just Super left alone to hold, and second, I feel like a team's in a good spot. It's just the pace of this game. Like, it just.
Well, I mean, I thought they were going to play from the hill. They opted to just continue to move on forward.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to force Optic to chow. They do not. But yeah, P4 has not been clean really for either team, and it may not stay that way because it's an Optic break, it's a Miami break. We're just going back and forth.
Yeah, I feel like P4 is feeling like P2.
Yeah, no.
It's just chaotic. Trying to cut off the reinforcements is Hook, trusting his teammates to win around the point. The trust is lost, so he's like, I'll turn around and get the kill there as well. Subs lighting it up now for Optic, approaching the 200-point mark, approaching a 3-1 series victory. Heretics have got to have some crazy plays down the stretch as we get ready for our third set and get back to mid-map. Can they do a great job from this left side? They found a nice sequence of kills. In a great spot to turn this into time.
And that's really it. It felt like there's been multiple chances for like Miami to be earning time, but I think Optic's just like finding the one player on the objective every now and then making it messy. But there's going to be a clean 4 dead. Everybody off spawn. Shotzi's going to try to go top side. Dashy's top window, but he's going to be shut off. So someone should pick this up. This is going to be a massive one-on-one between Rentor and Shotzi. And there we go. Rentor does find it. So map not done yet. You are getting aggressive if you are Heretics.
I feel like it's been Rancor several times. We've seen him just holding, just waiting for Shotzi. He knows the play is coming. He knows the type of player Shotzi is and shuts it down. But you'll take whatever seconds you can get here if you're Optic. 40 away from closing it out, but you have narrowed it down a bit if you're a Heretics. But you lose just about everyone. This is big time. This garbage time is huge.
Do you want to push this or not? They're going to be at 230. A couple players that have spun out here for Heretics. So again, you're playing from the hill. Look, 1 and 2 just give up the spawn. So Miami are going all in here on fighting from the objective.
Last time, Dashy opened it up with a triple. Mercules held on with a triple. One big break, and that's likely the map. Here we go.
The first goes to Metals on the Mercules, but you have the close one. This guy's
Dashy with his dang pistol. Dashy with his dang pistol.
Bro,
Holy.
like just use the pistol. It's all the guy needs. 6 in a row, working towards another Hellstorm. 15 needed for the dub in the map and the series.
What's crazy is they picked up the pinch. They
gotta
are 4
push it.
on 3, but it doesn't matter.
I know some of those players are weak, but still, dude, it's just this pistol from Dashy is absurd. That should be the final sequence. Maybe this one-on-one will decide things. Still a little fight left. Hold up, Metals gets a couple to keep a minute, but 1 more point needed for Optic.
Yeah, 1 more to go.
I ain't gonna lie.
So you're just gonna have to rotate now, or do you just fight this scrap time?
We'll fight,
If you are Optic, Mercules goes for it, but look at the mini-map. You still have players here, and you're winning it on both sides, so doing a great job, and Trace is gonna win it.
Hold up.
Oh,
Unfortunately, this has not been the cleanest point for them, but if there's a time to clean it up, now's the time. What a comeback this would be, but Dashy, another streak earned at a P2 with the pistol. Able to call a Hellstorm, and last time they're here to disrupt the setup, trying to do it again here. Able to take out Rancor. Remember, Rancor was like the big player here last time to try and keep them in the fight, but hold up, still holding. Super trying to tuck away in a corner and shut it down. Now, just 20 needed to go for the win. Beautiful shots over the top. Super gonna get a second. Hold up now.
You gotta watch mid.
Just need 1.
Yeah, Shotzi's there. He's waiting for his teammates off spawn, and he's gonna go right through middle, right through the mid cut. They're gonna win that gunfight.
It's Rancor again.
3 versus 3.
Rancor picks up the pinch. Rancor squad are holding. Trakes with a double.
No way.
Ain't no way y'all choked that. Ain't no way y'all choked that.
50 with only 1 point needed for Optic, and they do the unthinkable.
Are you serious?
We're going to map 5.
And you saw to end it, right? There were a couple of players that wanted to fight the one-on-one for scrap time. There were a couple of players that wanted to rotate. They just lost both of that. You just have to commit to one.
Yeah, no. And I think Shotzi, he was the one that rotated. I think it led to a team kill or something. They had 2 players there on rotation. That's like what we talk about the situations. We're always like, oh, the team's got to be perfect now. Okay, that was it. You had to be perfect, and they were. I don't know what the biggest moment was. If it was, I don't know, Rancor picking up Shotzi's route for the 40th time, or if it was probably Super's double. Like that double there, Dojo.
Yeah, I mean, he's the first line of defense.
Yeah,
right?
The fact you're hoping he gets 1. The fact he gets 2.
Yeah, the fact he gets 2 is unreal. And then it just kind of creates this awkward timing. Plus, you avoid the streak. But Shotzi was not the best den that we have seen for him. But even with that, you still feel like they should have won that. An unreal comeback there from Miami.
No, yeah. Should have won it. Yeah. When you got 249 on the board, you're supposed to win it, but you can't take away from the ultimate clutch there from Heretics.
They just fight, dude. They just fight.
Dude, yeah, we've several times said they're just annoying to put away. They were last year. It seems like they're going to be this year as well. We thought it was a good thing to see this Optic team get tested a bit, and they are getting tested. And then on the other end, we want to see some improvements from Heretics. And I think we have seen that, man. Winning both hard points. The other 2 maps are wars as well. The scoreline from the map 3 is a little weird. That was kind of
they need a faster start on some of these maps, right? Like, it just feels like they're having these especially in Search. A couple of times we've seen them just slow starts in Search.
Map 5 to decide this series and who gets the 10 CDL points. Heretics with an unbelievable come-from-behind win. They're going to be the ones flowing going into a map 5, but we slow down now for Search and Destroy, who will be the clutch king to decide the series map 5 after the break.
official controller of the CDL. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
¡Vamos, hostia! ¡Vamos!
Long, that's
I'm pulling back. I'm pushing now. I have the door push.
Okay,
Stay left. Long. I have the door. Use your two front door. Look one.
Let's get front there. Let's get front there. What's your front there? What's your front? Nice one. Let's get late.
Long. Stay left.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Baby. We're sweeping them. I promise you.
God.
Oh my god. Holy
Behind one.
Top window.
Frosty dead. I'm in their spawn. There's be another one on me.
I'm pressuring.
Was Rooks or Jay?
One's on me. That's two.
Right, nice. Respond to shit.
Yo, come B. Come. Or you. Yeah, you go. You go.
Yeah, we have it.
You guys are good.
Nice.
Spawn dead.
My god, Caesar.
Hey, Frank, I'm just trying to shoulder and everything.
Just get all four.
Oh my god. That was dirty.
But like, good Caesar.
Just no. I was working picks, bro. I was working picks.
Reset.
I'm in.
And we can.
I'm front of B dead.
And we gonna heady. One more me.
I'm in. Dashie, one shot dead. I'm in. One shot. Dead.
Wait.
Muerto.
Alright, push it.
Muerto.
Pink cross. Go one more me.
Dashie
Oh my God, what a play.
coming in from old time, and
I love this.
well, now shots.
Can't read this. Yeah, what a play.
He
should let one walk past.
Right?
Yep.
Here comes the first.
Free two-piece. Great play.
That is
Free. Gorgeous.
And we
Is that gonna flip spawns? Yo, that was beautiful by
the
Ant.
Falcons, and Optic are starting to figure it out.
And you know what?
Now you wanna
That
try to
ain't
turn
gonna
the
show
rest
up
of
on the
this
scoreboard. But what a play.
You stay L triggered, Merc's there for
Just
two.
broke the hill
Shotzi
basically
there for the
by himself.
kill.
This is perfect. Just funnel them green. We have this grandma rotation. 10 seconds left.
I think it's certainly
Right now, it's
Taking a look at the scuff play of the game, and of course, it's going to be the final seconds of this riveting banger. Map 4. We knew Heretics would bring it on Den. We saw them do it against Koi, and they're going to do it here. Incredible stuff down the stretch.
I mean, yeah, again, just you win a couple of these gunfights here. You can see the Optic players. You have one player rotating, he's going to die. You have somebody challenge at old. That was Mercules, and then another one at Dashie. It felt like they were playing for that, but yeah, you just, again, fighting both ways. But then you still have to hold for 30 or so seconds,
Which neither team had done much of on this map, honestly.
No, not at all.
Especially not on this V3.
And then you had a Hellstorm come on in. Optic were just trying to find any opening that they could. It was just unreal stuff from Miami. And again, it was just his first play from Super. He finds that double. You see all the white arrows starting to push this way, right into his hands.
And Super, as clutch as this is, his medals on a 5 spree that kind of gets them there to his plays at all. But yes, that double there, just beautiful from Super. And now you start to panic a bit if you're Optic Texas. But one time to cut it through mid, it is Shotzi. He's going to get caught by Rancor. I feel like, I mean, it's a different scenario that we saw. You just kind of have to fly at that point. But how many times have we hopped the Rancor and just pre-aimed on that route and he just picked up Shotzi? Like,
yeah, I mean,
so many times you saw it.
You know, sometimes some teams just sort of strategize around that. I mean, we've heard that in the past. Just like make sure we are calling out that name in Shotzi. Just do not let him make plays.
And I feel like the one time like his route really worked out. What, like towards the P4, there was just enough time remaining at old that it didn't even lead to like early time. So good stuff there from Heretics, but it's map 5 time now. We go to raid. Super with the snipe. Oh, just a little bit of flinch, not able to rip off Dashie's arm. Metals will, though. He gets traded out instantly into a 3v3 we go as Heretics try to ramp up the offense. We look at Rancor's angle as they all group up, looking to work this out towards B. Hook will be the first line of defense from mid. They can get there quickly. It will be Shotzi. Shotzi had a rough map 4, but able to bring it back maybe in this final map. If he can be clutch, he'll tack one on there.
That's a 2 versus 3, but a nice snipe from Super. So it does a really good job there. And well, you still need bomb. 35 seconds to go. In the middle of the map will be Shotzi, so he's going to be watching that cross. And well, Mercury's just kind of lurking. Obviously, they know he has a kill, so they should have an idea of his spot. Now it's just, do we want to rotate on raid? This movement, you can do it quickly.
Just wiggling. Set up. Holding, got some info there on Super. When does he opt the pounce? Plant is going to be in. Mercules going to go. He's going to catch one. Knows where the second is and puts him down. Mercules making it look easy. 3 in the round 1. And it's just perfectly played.
Yeah, I mean, he's just... Yeah, just patience. Patience pays off there for Mercules. I mean, just pretty much says, if they plant the bomb, I'm going to be in a great spot. You're not going to check this corner, so good stuff from him.
We'll see it one more time. Just, it's like, it doesn't even look like that flashy. It's just clean. There's no extra movement. Doesn't get antsy. Straight headies on the second player. He's very good.
Yeah, and he's smart. I mean, that's just really it.
We just, you know, it's not that often we have this like perfect combination of skill, in-game smarts, and like awareness. And yeah, he's one of those few. The guy is different. Dashy, this time, I think he was on the receiving end of the blood to start the first round. This time, he'll open things up. Trakes is gone. And Optic. They'll take space mid. And mid, you know, for you think the wall bounce is the single biggest kind of change in how this plays versus the old days, right?
No, yeah, I mean, that's sort of the thing. That's why we're not seeing really often, right? For a lot of defense, it was all about taking mid control, just tough to do with that sort of zig jump up. So Optic's going to take that away. Mercules going to be in that spot. It was a 2 versus 4, but you're able to get the bomb down in a very good position. His options go up 2-0.
Mercules 4-0. Make it 5-0. What do you know? Tucked away in a corner and finding kills.
What did he start 7-0 on map 2? He's about to do it again.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was. Slowed down after that. Nice shots from Rancor, dude. He is shooting, but last line and not going to be able to get it done. So far, so good. Optic went out to a 4-0 lead behind the Mercules 7-0 start. And then, you know, Heretic started to turn on, but like you were saying.
Yeah, just these slow starts and surge.
That's what you said headed into break. They need to avoid them.
Yeah, you have these mid-game adjustments that are great. It's all looking good. But yeah, you're already in such a big hole where it's just a couple of, you know, just 1 or 2 rounds.
It's like on one hand, I'm like, listen, the big game adjustments, that's like the stuff you can't teach. Like, it's impressive to do that. It's good, but you need to come out with some of your basic strats and kick it off and find some round wins, right?
Yeah, they're just not doing that right now. Yeah, we even saw it versus Koi.
We'll see if Mercules the Invincible drops in this round. And there's a good eye of it, kind of why offense have such an advantage through mid. Just a little wall jump peek. No, nobody's there, and they take space. So gonna play some retakes defensively, not throw away lives early. I mean, basically what you're seeing Optic do, just group up and play this retake. Shotzzy going to be probably one of the big players. He'll be the one that's going to be peeking over towards mid. Dash will be the one trying to hit snipes. Pretty much everyone backed that up towards apartment. Well,
what's Metals find?
Super gets backed up through the bullet to his forehead. Metals does find a kill, as you call it, trying to stay alive. 6 HP, and he's going to eventually fall. Dashy's gotten 2 in this one. Trakes is dropped. They're getting picked apart. It's Rancor by himself again.
Yeah, we've been retaking this bomb site for a long time over towards B. And yeah, if everybody's going to back up, that's fine. But you just got to know they're going to have the utility. They're going to have every tool that they need. Plus, you have the sniper on Dashy. And the fact that you kind of lose someone before Metals can make the play, as soon as there's a trade, that is just a huge win there for Optic.
No, it was a good job on, I think it was Trakes and on Metals, just getting another bullet in to make sure they couldn't get back to full. Just keeping the pressure on. There's the snipe, just too easy there.
Yeah, set up by the nade, right? Yeah, he's got to move away from that grenade. Does Super. That just puts him out into the open.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
And he has flak, so I think, he must just be worried it's 2 nades?
Maybe.
Or he's trying to catch somebody. But either way, yeah, he would have been fine.
It's close line, yeah.
Yep.
Mercules. Another Hellstorm and a search and destroy. And that's going to mean B is wide the hell open.
Plus you have all the info that they're on the flank. So 2 players inside of money, inside of kitchen, bomb being planted.
Well, we just have to see how well Optic did at this retake. Okay. Can Heretics give them a taste of their own medicine? They find the blood, similar to what Optic was able to do. Smoke out, maybe start to make Optic panic a little bit, but they're able to take out Super. Once again, it's Dashy.
Yeah, but Mercules repinched. He repinched through mid. So they check the bomb, and now they can just play inside. They have no idea about Mercules' spot. He is the key again. But there we go. 20 seconds left. You're able to bait out some shots. Great retake there from Miami.
And it is Trakes, bro. Trakes gets the opener with the first blood. in a crazy sequence there. An apartment is able to put 2 more through, and the young guy, a huge round and a round that you needed one. You needed one. Just don't let things slip away as early as they did last time. Honestly, I was just worried Mercules was going to clutch that. Like, that just breaks the back of this team.
No, yeah, and it was the spot to do it. But I just think the fact you avoid the Hellstorm, and it's one of those things where on this map, maybe instead of using the Hellstorm to plant, maybe you just want to use it when it's planted to sort of waste time.
Yeah, because getting a plant here is not that hard compared to some of our other maps. Yeah, with the advantage you have kind of for.
But you're hoping to catch somebody in mid, whatever it is. Yeah. Just the fact those guys are both in art.
That's the way to look at it, though. Yeah. You know you can get the plant. Use it to guarantee the round. They're aggressive out towards ring. Tricks. Oh, they both just get lined up. Mercules, give him 3. He has his first death, and then he turns it into frying the squad. A fast one there for Optic. I don't even know how they just line up for him perfectly.
And again, it's nothing like flashy.
Look at that little smile. He's so annoying.
Like, he's just laying in a corner again. He's just laying in a corner, top laundry, and they line up for him. And he's just not going to miss. Then he turns it into the third shotsy. He hits the wall bang, but it's very similar to some of the early rounds where he's just, I don't know, you're not checking your corners, and he's going to make you punish. He's going to punish you.
Guy doesn't miss. Heretics finally get around and quickly answered by Optic. Mercules is locked. As we get deeper into this map 5, 4-1 advantage for Optic. Hook hasn't found a kill yet, but it doesn't matter. Mercules has got you. 8-1, Dashy hitting snipes. There's another blood. It's Trakes again that's going to get caught by the sniper early in a round.
Yeah, and that's why we're not seeing this. I mean, offense should just not have an advantage with a mid peak, and they do.
Can Heretic clutch up with a crazy one? Okay, no, hold up now. Metals will get 2, will get traded out. Super though, the snipe can't like chow quickly though onto Hook.
What
is that? And then Dashy answers. What is this round? 1 versus 1. Rancor. Dashy. He's shot. He goes vertical. No angle from there. He's cheesing.
Oh, he's got his pistol though. I wouldn't chow this.
I don't know if I would. Rancor's one of the best ARs we've got, but the pistol's been so scary. Heretics pull it out. It's Metals too. Dashy, he's stinging it, I guess.
Well, and I don't even know if like Super was shooting at Dashy or Hook, or if Hook just like ran into that bullet.
Honestly, I don't know.
But I mean, just beautiful snipes on both sides, from Super, from Dashy. But yeah, this is kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a nasty snipe.
It's great. It's cool. It's just not great for the map.
Yeah, shouldn't probably be
not great for the map. But yeah, right there.
Yeah, was that at Dashy?
Yeah, you know, it might have been. It might have been at his shoulder. I really don't know. If we could see it, well, we probably can't see it from Hook's POV. But I think he was just sliding and got a bullet to the face.
That round was insane. That round was insane. If Dashy won that one-on-one, that would have been a mythic level round out of him after the 2 snipes, but comes up short, and a first blood down for Heretics.
Well, they just take mid control, right? You have the jump over, you're able to catch Mercules. That's been the key. You haven't allowed his sort of lurk plays to pay off these last couple of rounds.
And well, they took mid control and shots. He just, I don't know if he thinks he has a follow up there, but he just kind of comes out, gets team shot, gets fried. Maybe thinking he's making a hero play. Trakes making the game simple. Sniper is dropped. Hook is getting swarmed, and Heretics.
They're doing it again.
They pulled off the 3v4 in the last round. This time, handle business. They are not going away. Keep on fighting.
Just mid-round adjustments. They switch up with some aggression this time. Right through the middle of the map. But yeah, they had some 3v4 clutches in map number 2. 2 rounds ago now? That has kept them in the game.
Super. He's so far back, he's sitting in another room, but he has been very vocal about this next round. That's how I like to play. I sit back, but it looks insane compared to everybody else. Faces in monitor, he's lounging. Here we go. Now the 1 round edge for Optic. They don't take mid control. It doesn't look like they're going to have the snipe presence from Dashy.
It looks like they're trying to set up a sort of late flame for Mercules. So watch number 7. That should be the key here. And well, he might get just surprised by 2.
Let's see. They're trying to chase him. What can Mercules find? Do they isolate him, or does he get a kill? The help has now come in. Beautifully played there from Mercules. Got to his teammate. Maybe if you slam 2 there, you got a shot, but Trace can't take down the second. All on Rancor again. And the problem is there's 20 seconds.
And plus you send Hoot to help him. I mean, there is a world where that goes wrong, where he gets bad early timing. But that's not even the play. You're planning that, and then you're hoping he can go all the way around pool because that bomb was planted backside.
You're thinking he's the flank player, not the point man.
Yeah, but then all the pressure's over to him.
Yeah.
Not only does he earn one and play his life, but Hook plays with him. And they just deal with all four.
I think he had 1,600 damage in the map 2, double-digit kills. Approaching that territory again at 11-3. He has been so good for them in search. And now, 5-3 edge? They go for the closeout.
I mean, he's won them 3 rounds.
Yeah. He sure as hell has. All right, so they've sent it out mid this time. You see they try to combine nades there. Optic to just shut down any kind of aggressive mid push. Shotzi's just going. Trakes wants the chow. Who's going to win it? It's a pistol from Shotzi. Trakes just gets deleted.
And Shotzi just keeps going. He's still just taking chows. He's just trying to close this out. He's still there. He's still there.
For a second, I was like, he's super lost. Okay, so he gets the kill. You get numbers again, 3 versus 2.
Well, he's thinking he backed up. But
yeah, I thought his angle, he kind of saw that, but no. All right, so the plan will now come in. I mean, yeah, Mercury's and Dashy alive still, so we're not done
this
yet.
This Rencor off angle, though. Yeah, you're not going to check that. Nice little spot there from Rencor.
Yeah, here's a taste of your own medicine, basically, with how this has gone.
Well, and that's what he's been doing this entire series, right? Just like finding the player on the pinch.
Rencor is so good. Dashy last up. He gets ripped. Rencor still here, and they'll shut it down.
Still fighting.
Still fighting. Can they get it to around 11? Last time, this is where it ended. Ended in round 10. They couldn't push it the distance. Listen, win or lose, though, this Heretics team, you can see they have been improving, but you still want those 10 CDL points. Want to come from behind and get this dub. Show that the Kings and Optic are beatable. Dude, that is just
and I mean, this is just such an individual play, too, right? Where, like, you saw the minimap. He's by himself.
Collateral of Tom Cruise, just the 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. That's what reminded me of. Pop, 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 gone. That's a great movie, Steve. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I have, yeah. That's with Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah. So good. Round 10 now. Heavy. Handed out towards B.
You have the call here. You have multiple members here. Back Tiki.
Oh, yeah, Rancor almost gets caught, though.
Do you know Metals is there?
That is the question. Mercury's playing dodgeball.
Well, I would tell you the nade would have hit, but Metals is also playing dodgeball. So great job by Metals to avoid nades. You're going to force Optic to rotate. You can see Trace, he's just worried about someone pushing through ring. This might turn into another retake situation.
Looking that way.
Or can Miami catch them before they get there? You see them starting to work up B-ball, trying to get back laundry control.
Here we go. Plant in. Heretics have to retake this 4 versus 4 to get to the round 11.
Well, this time Mercury's making that play. Look at number 7.
Yep.
He's going to go all the way through. So what we saw last attack is actually cut middle of the map.
I think Dashy's weak.
Somebody's watching that. Rentor's watching it, though.
Metals is going. Right on him. That should be the blood. They're able to take out Dashy. Time is dwindling, though. Only 20 seconds to go. They got to find kills or get the defuse. And you're just playing hide and seek right now. Optic Texas have literally just picked spots to get out of the action. Now 15 seconds to go.
Oh,
Shotzi's timing is insane. 2 are going to drop. Shotzi shuts it down. Trakes gets a kill, but no time to get the defuse. And Heretics there to search, like, where the hell are these boys? Optic Texas come up with the sauce again in the round 10. It is a hard-fought battle, but Optic doing just enough to get the dub.
Well, I mean, yeah, and again, just the starts for them in Search and Destroy versus Miami, up 3-0 both times.
Yeah.
Miami fighting back, some big clutches, but really, I think the story is just about Mercules. I mean, 3 rounds that I can point out that he had multi-kills that won them it.
No, he's sensational, and yeah, a big part of why they're going to get the dub here. And this is an Optic Texas team where there's been variations in the roster where they lost both hard points. They're not winning a damn series, but here able to do it through the 2-3-5. Mercules, I mean, map 2 and map 5 are nearly identical, like right in that 12 and 5 range. You think he had 1,600 damage in the map 2, like that is a takeover search and destroy just series out of him. Unbelievable as we take a look at the recap of how this whole thing went if you missed it.
Yeah, it was a battle just back and forth, and an unreal game number 4 from Miami. We kind of talked about it throughout this series. It's great to see them fighting.
100%. Reminding everybody, in case you forgot, we can be a top 3-4 team.
But the way they were a top 3 team last year, top 4 team last year was through search. So they're going to have to try to lock that down.
They are. But to be fair, they're not playing any slouches in search and destroy.
100%.
They're playing Mercules, who might be the best player in the mode right now, and Optic, who are quite well-rounded.
Yeah.
Impressive win. They were tested. They showed they could deal with it. But exhilarating series. I'm curious to see what the Dex thinks.
Confirmed. Mercules is the best player in Search and Destroy right now. Takeover game. Sorry, Bruce, you are Robin for now, and I think you're okay with that because Mercules, insane performance. But I want to start here with giving flowers to the Miami Heretics. They are the best 0-2 roster in the CDL right now. You look at their road. They go up against Koi. They go to a game 5. Here, you're playing the best team in the game, and you're going to a round 10. Not just a game 5, a close game 5, Allie.
I think what I've noticed is with a lot of our top teams, it really has come down to the AR duos, at least in this first half. Maybe things will change with updates and stuff whenever we come back. But I felt like in this series, we were treated to the Rencorn Super we were hoping to see. And I feel like that really eased up some of the pressure from the SMG duo. And we got to see kind of more of what Trakes is capable of. I do like this roster moving forward. I do like that they were able to take Optic Texas to a game 5 because there's a foundation to work with.
What I really liked, and speaking for the Miami Heretics side of things, is just like their adjustments, and like they didn't look like the moment was too big for them going up against Optic, best team in the game. Obviously Trakes in his rookie year, a lot of people expect him to come out and get cooked. I mean, even when you go to the Search and Destroy in this game 5, it's like, okay, let's slow it down a little bit. Optic's trying to play pretty aggressive, find some kills here and there, and it was working out. I mean, Rencore, guy was playing super patient, and in that final round they did that. Except Optic, this team's been around for a bit now.
Yeah, they were able to make it a little chaotic.
Into now they're like, no, we're just gonna sit back, we're gonna play our lives, and we know you guys are waiting for us, and that's how Optic closed out that final round. So I thought that was just a great battle versus 2 very good teams.
As good as that game 5 finish from Optic was, the highlight of the series, without a doubt, was the hard point. Game number 4, are we going to see a comeback better than this before Major 1?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like Miami does put us in a lot of those situations where they're able to make maps look like that. I don't think we're going to get a better one.
Let's walk through these highlights one more time as we load it up for you. Nameless, we start with Metals jumping on the point at 2:49.
Yeah, this was a crazy situation because you had Dashy inside of this hill, and he just finished getting a bunch of kills. Like, okay, Optic's just going to close this out. Well, somebody passed that 50-yard line, so Metals actually spawns in the back. Optic is completely unaware of that spawn, so he gets in with the buzzer beater, and then now you're in this situation. Optic's like, okay, do we rotate? Do we bang ult? Well, they end up losing this rotation, and you can see how difficult it is. If you're just trying to flood through Dojo, this team is just farming you. Super finds a couple of huge kills pushing through to give them the advantage. And from here, Miami, I mean, really all game, Allie, they were dominating the P3. It was some heroic breaks from Optic on this hill, and that'll catch up to you. When you don't get early to P3, this is what can happen to you when somebody doesn't get a miracle 2B.
100%. You talk about pressure making diamonds. If you looked at the minimap, Miami Heretics wasn't panicking in this situation. Trakes was still going all mid off the spawn, trusting Super and Hill by himself to get those kills and make that pinch happen so that nobody could come and spoil it from mid. Optic Texas, a rare sight, but I think we saw some panic.
When they look back at that, they're going to be infuriated at the spawn.
How did the community react? Let's take a look.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the?
Whoa. What the? It's a breakdown. God. Holy. I actually won that.
Monster Energy matchup delivers here on the day, but we are not done yet. We still have one more match to go, and before the end of the night, one of these teams is going to have a win, Allie, who we liking in the Battle of the Blue Squads.
I'm liking Cloud9, I can't lie.
New York up next when we return.
official controller of the CDL. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
Ghosty doing his best to do it. Oh, here we go. 3 are going to drop. A chance to go. One person is Roz that's got to go clutch. From the position we saw Crimp do it, he doesn't do it. Ghosty able to put him down. They get on the point. Everybody's up. That's not going to hit. Second bit of progress done. They got to surge on forward. A BZ with 1. Can't get through. Solo and Sim connect. But you win it if you're Crimp. Of course it's Crimp. Time and time again, he wins his one-on-one.
What do you think of my shirt today?
It is a choice. It's a choice.
Listen, guys, I put this shirt on. I felt pretty sexy, to be honest. Yeah, I looked in the mirror and thought, God damn. And then I got into the green room and everyone said, your shirt's too tight. You look like an idiot. And I was like,
it's just a little too small, but it works.
In honor of our Father's Day, we're going to have a friendly competition amongst the dads on this show. How many dad jokes can we fit in? Well, I have the opportunity to go first. So, Allie, let's take the lead right now. Why can't bikes stand up on their own?
Why?
Because they're too tired. Got her! All right, let's keep this moving, Nameless, because we got a lot to talk about starting here with the standings.
Get back, Dad. White car, Celium. On the black car. One shot, Celium. Shit on you, fucking idiot. Pillar, mid-pillar. Mid-pillar dead. Not playing. He's running that. He just got fucking shit on in finals for 5K. No, core, no. That car right now. Shut the fuck up. Get a haircut. Good. Midnight. Come on now. Come the fuck on. Who's fucking with me? That's every single year. That's Zuma's tournament every single fucking year. Give me that 3P. I'll fucking out of here. Yeah, Scrap. You want the Twitter or me, big dog? I'm fucking tweeting it. Yeah, come on.
I'm the carry now. Lobby top. Lobby. Scrap secret. Lobby. I'll see him. We're gonna get on. Open. Dead. Nice. 3. Get on point. We should stack. We together. Stack. Nothing behind us. Mid me you. I stack. Go low line. I'm nading it. Triple stack. I'll get right. I'll get right off one. You can just. Look I have you. Look low line. Nothing wrong. They're fighting. Right at step. Push him. Come on. Let's go.
The third and final fight of the night. It's a battle of the blues once again. Vancouver Surge taking on New York Cloud9. Now, Cloud9 looking a little bit stronger than their opponent. Vancouver, you can't start worse than 0-6 in map count. Let's start with our squad representing the West Coast. Nameless, what have you seen from the Surge?
Nothing. These guys, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be too hard on them, though. We said we need to be patient with Legend Least and his individual performance, but I think we fear with this roster there's no leader because there's a lot of moments where they had opportunities, especially in the Search and Destroy in their last series, to close that out and give themselves some life and, just throwing away some rounds. So these guys reviewing the tape, going to have to mature very fast. But they have played 2 good teams, Chris. You mentioned that earlier. I mean, going up against Koi is going to be no easy feat.
On the flip side, it's kind of just like for Vancouver Surge, I just want to see somebody get comfortable. I feel like maybe we saw a little bit from Gwen. We had some moments from Lunars yesterday, but again, I mean, pressure is mounting. Lunars has a .77 in 2 series, and Overload just clearly isn't going to be their game mode. This is a fresh team. We've got some rookies on this team. I don't expect them to be good at Overload. I think their biggest focus right now is either they need to try and lock up that Search and Destroy that got close the other day, or they need to put some focus into that hard point to give themselves some room in the beginning of these series.
I mean, one thing I'd like to see is like a different map. They've only played Colossus Hardpoint in both series and Den Overload in both.
And it hasn't gone well.
Yeah, so let's switch it up.
Mix it up a little bit, maybe today, or maybe practice is made perfect and they're ready to go at it once again. One thing I want to highlight before we move forward is Gwyn looked like a rock star on the opening weekend. Yeah. He dropped the most damage in his lobby despite an 0-3 loss. when he played Koi, he got absolutely shut down. How do you get Gwyn up and moving once again?
I mean, coming into that like first series, I'm sure they were full of energy, very confident, and then you got brought to reality real fast. And that's kind of what can happen if you're a guy like Gwyn, right? Where like early on last year, you're competing, looking like the team is going to have a great year. You know, this league is tough, man. It can beat you down real quick. When you come into a year with a roster like this, looking left and right, like, do I even have a chance? So I hope that's not his mentality, but I'm just keeping it real. That's sometimes how you get as a player.
Ali, let's talk about the other team in this fight. This is going to be Cloud9 New York, and the team, well, they're going back to some staples. Mac is on the roster with Vivid. Let's take a look here at the team as a whole. What have you seen from them? What are the expectations for a squad that is currently in the bottom 4 of our leaderboard?
Really good early teamwork. When they went up against G2, that was what was most impressive to me, especially in that map number 1, Colossus, where they're able to steal it away by about 30 points. It just felt like they were all on the same page, and that's what you're going to get from a roster like this. I mean, you look about Vivid and Mac and their accolades. These are heads-up players that are going to be very selfless. They're going to make the right play. You add that with the addition of the firepower Afro can give you sometimes, and the firepower and Beans and such an aggressive AR that he can be. This is a very solid team. Contending for championships, I don't know. This is one of those things where they cannot allow Vancouver Surge to steal a map off of them. It's a must-win situation.
Yeah, I mean, if like this Cloud9 roster, I like it. Like, you look across the board. I mean, the only question you'd have with this team is the consistency. We've seen Afro at times look like the best player in the world, and then, you know, you can fall off. But recently, when he went back down to Challengers, I think he's found that, right? So coming in that first series, in the hard points that you mentioned, both of them, they won them both by like 30 points, but it was just electrifying. Like, these guys can really push pace with the best.
Can we talk about Beans a little bit?
Sure.
Because he was one of my favorite snipers 2 years ago, right? Back in the Boston days, he was pulling it out, whipping out the big stick. He hasn't had any huge clips quite yet.
They're coming.
Are they coming? When do they arrive?
They might arrive right here. I mean, Beans is sensational with the sniper in his hand.
I think it depends on the maps and modes that we're going to get.
They're going to need it, because if you look at their first match versus G2, they lost both those search and destroys. It wasn't exactly that close or pretty as well. So Beans, the guy we'll be looking at in this one, and there will be some snipe opportunities, especially on that den. You look to see him over near that B site trying to get some picks.
Completely agree with you. And I'm looking at the Scarred Hardpoint. Map number 1, I saw what Vivid and Mac were able to do on this. I'm obviously leaning towards Cloud9 when I see this layout.
I like that it's a different map 1.
That's facts. That's facts.
Scar, Den, Scar. Let's talk through the first 3. Are we making it to a game 4, Ant?
I mean, potentially, yeah.
Why not?
It just, like we said, it all depends on how the search and destroy looks for Cloud9 today, but nevertheless, in the pick'ems, I'm still going Cloud9.
Scuff Pick'ems, Ant wants to lock it in first. Let's go ahead and give him that honor. He chooses Cloud9 New York. I, too, will choose Cloud9 New York. I'm sold on Vivid in this game. I like watching his screen. More Vivid, please, today, observers. Rosalie, where are we going?
You guys know I'm a big Mackenzie Meltz fan. I have to go with Cloud9, but maybe a 3-1. Maybe Surge pulls something out today.
The fans trying to get number 12 correct are riding with us whenever we see all 4 going the same way. Something normally goes wrong.
Oh, no.
Chance, Miles, it's your turn.
And here goes these two.
Here goes he.
Damn, it might go wrong. It's the last match of the night. You know how it goes. But we're going to find out what really happens. Exciting times for C9. They're licking their lips right now, Chance. They think they're getting a free lick in this series. Vancouver Surge, what are they going to bring?
Well, hopefully their best, right? Because as the Des touched on, they played just 2 sort of nightmare matchups to enter their season. So they're on their quest for the first map win. C9 does not want to be the team that gives it to them. And well, speaking of giving it to him, I'm very excited to watch Afro play today, right? It's been years for us, Miles, since I think we've casted over him. And Namel's mentioned it. When he's on point, he looks like an absolute superstar. In the CDL, he's had a few different stints. He has a handful of top 3 placements in the league. And I know he can be a bit of a mixy player, but in my mind, it's just because of like the nature of being non-NA. It's difficult to get picked up in the middle of the year just because visa issues or like visas take time to get sorted. And in the world of Call of Duty, roster decisions happen so quickly. So he gets into the start of the year. I can't wait for him to showcase his talents. He might be on one today.
Afro is no joke. On board with Vivid. And the man of the moment does get first blood in the approach towards time, but it's Vancouver Surge who get themselves in there early on, Chance. And hey, we're talking about teams being good or bad Scar teams. We're about to find out the difference between Cloud9 and Vancouver Surge here as the kills flurry to a close, and Vivid desperately trying to get himself a little bit closer towards what is a super dry P1 for them.
Yep, Surge taking full advantage of sort of that advantageous side, at least off the rip for the P1, and Afro wants to take it from him. That's 3 down in the feed, and Vancouver Surge not have to work themselves off spawn, so they got a nice 20-point lead. Already, it's looking like it's starting to falter just a touch, and I mean, ultimately, it seems like C9 very stable. The arrows moving very slow. They're keeping things nice and under control.
Yeah, slow and steady over towards the motel we now go. Beans and Vivid on the approach. You can see Cloud9 New York get themselves in there first and foremost. Attempted break now from... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's on time, looking for the contest as well. Fellas, you found nothing. Get in there as Abe will be finally able to respawn once again. As Beans gets himself a little closer. What an intro time that was. Literally perfect. Out of McMillan. Well, you haven't quite got the hard point out of the hands of Cloud9 New York, but Vancouver, you have the lead for now.
Yeah, that's a sort of a welcome to the league moment. Abe on the receiving end, and he turns that into 3. Fun little sequence, and still a fairly close game. It's been a P2 that has just been an absolute standoff battle. Difficult really to get the extra edge. A ton of trades rolling through. Lunar's there to give you a little bit extra, but I mean, even really for how much scrap time. Beans there for the fight. There you go. They get the final 10. They'll have a 20-point lead going into new, but Mackenzie Meltz will be there first.
Yeah, it's a no-row situation right now for Vancouver Surge, but now they've got themselves over to their boat. In we go. Gwyn trying to find some entries. Drawn and pulled back and forward by the comms about the player top green. It's not going to help him out whatsoever on the approach, but still Vancouver Surge maintaining lead, and that's a decent kill. Can you get any more out of this one, Lunas? Go on, son, into time you now go. Your boys are right behind you. The wind is now in your sails. Vancouver on the fight forward. No one on the wall hop push just yet. Well, take it back. There's Gwyn and Abe. Trades might be done, and what do you know? The boys of Vancouver are in.
Bringing the fight. Still, though, you got to square up on this hill. It is just going to be an absolute head smash to try to get this time. Abe ripping heads along the way, but a couple trades rolling through. Still a bit of a battle. And that entire time, funnily enough, it was actually C9 that was in the hill, even with all that pressure there for Vancouver. Once again, though, it looks like Surge might be good for the scrap time. Afro actually wants to take it, but nonetheless, at least you're ahead on the rotations. A money hill potential situation for Vancouver in a tied-up game. You cannot drop the ball in this moment.
No, so great hard point there from Cloud9 New York. Just get a man in there and hope for the best. No contest out of Surge. Will we get a better look here on the backside? For now, it is a maybe. No, Mag 2. Vivid gets his. That's going to be C9 in time. The man of the moment, Afro. We give him a lot of love. One of West Midland's finest players. Gift from the God Gods.
He'll take it. Doesn't quite get that turned into 2, but nonetheless for C9 New York, they just walk through and break through a P4. And on the 4th hill, Legend is now up to his 2nd kill of the map. So you have C9 that have basically been fighting an uphill battle since the start of the game, and the fact that they have a 20-point lead, I mean, if they get firm control, it might start to spiral just a touch. In the hill, though, Mac head on a swivel. 4-man white for Vancouver. They'll be happy to collect that final 13.
Yeah, final 13. Going to keep them very much in contest here of this hard point on Scar. But we'll go to another. A Mixie Hill, indeed. Just a few steps away from that plane hill we saw Cloud9 New York hold on to with their fingernails. Surge now on the attack forward. Gwyn, beautiful entry. Nice shots are in, and the pistol at his already. But Afro, what a win that was. C9 New York now fighting forward. A bit of time to be had. Legend gets taken down in the quick approach. Luna's once again finding himself on the back foot, and Afro, here we go. Starting to get rolling. Legend on the pinch has been taken care of now, and this is looking like a dominant hold from C9.
Yeah, that's a fantastic pickup from Vivid on that moment as well. All guns forward. They're working up through dirt. Abe's going to be there close and makes the impact. 3 in the feed there for Vancouver. So they find their way inside the time. And I see a trophy over towards Deep Helicopter, but on the hill, they got nothing. So Afro looking over top, maybe waiting for the moment to strike. C9 jump on the time, but they get nothing. Surge clean house, and they're keeping the game close. A 20-point difference. And I think Vancouver Surge, they've honestly been the scrap time masters so far this game. Wow, they've gotten it on nearly every single hill.
Every hill, and it's keeping them in it very much so. Well, here we go, back over to P1, our 2nd set of hard points upon us. It's not a bad game at all. Let's go for a listening with Vancouver Surge.
What the fuck, Vika? Two Vika. I have right, Chop.
Weak, beacon, one this small. Beacon small. He's trying small. Go fast, that beacon small again. Small.
Watch on time. I'm letting go. Should we go together here?
Letting go wall. Yeah, wait.
Nading time. Nading wall. Nading wall. Alright, shop.
Drop hard challenge. He's hard challing out. Hard challling out. Right in the middle. Stop. Just chill for a sec. Play your kills. It's okay. It's white. I'm in the side.
One shot time.
One shot time. Yep, native the wall. Mid-max, one shot. In small now.
Small where you?
One's a B-cut afro. Yeah, B-cut afro weak. One shot.
Small dip.
Small is
Yeah, B-cut time.
Nice, hit up. B-cut time.
Small again.
I hear you.
One shot time on me.
Okay, you're by yourself right now. Not very up yet.
Nading time, give me kill time, B-cut. Yeah, I'm taking anti-pro, bro. I'm taking anti-pro. Went small, new. I'm taking anti-pro. Top green.
He's hard turn on
Top green, Reese, one shot.
Hard turn on new.
Yeah, I can't
This guy could be like close in already. Or top.
I can't kill top maybe.
Okay, now come right behind me.
Yeah, I can't kill that guy. I'm waiting on you. Small, me dead.
Elbow.
Nice.
We laying down elbow. Elbow weak.
Elbow dead. I'm behind you guys. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I have time. Stay. I'm sorry, Bug. Could be on you, Sabri. Could be. Top blue dead.
Okay, I'm just staying in the close corner. Yeah, they could be top. I hear you. I'm playing the close swing.
Could be our top.
Top. One low, I'm done. Aaron, tell me one. One shot. Absolute.
You're right. I'll give me a second. Get on. No.
And time and sat.
He's behind me, pitch. He's all red.
Red dead. Give me a sec. I flip on him. Right steps in. I'm trying to
respawning on me, I think. Time.
Oh, chance. We're still looking for that scrap time from Vancouver Surge. Not a bad listening whatsoever. Now to the other side of the stage. C9, New York.
On my wing already.
Legend on him.
Where's missing one?
I want tools. Tools.
You want looters. Really weak. You want looters going gate. I need the guy wing. I'm trying to help you.
One's in me, buddy.
Honestly, tools up.
Boat, legend, or looters.
Low wing.
Try to get time. I'm coming. Yeah, behind.
Low wing. That's on my wing.
I haven't made cut over you. Standing in He's gonna hold my cut. He's still wing.
Native wing. Could be a broken.
Two on the wing. One's full time.
He's over in mid somewhere.
Wing got her. Yeah, still make cut.
Make it dead. Two wing one time. All of them, okay?
I'm playing mid. Hold on.
I'm playing on mid for a second.
I'll sword out, by the way. Behind you.
I'm pitching for
Ready, get dead.
About to be green.
Weak, looters. First up,
Green up.
And time. Wing and time, last two. Wing, weak.
Wing in the corner. Just two on me, one's broke.
Go across.
I'm just laying out time. I was training myself.
Close wing stuff. And wing super hurt.
Yes, there, yeah, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Wait, Tom. No, Tom. What's up again?
Close gate twice.
I said him. Go through. He's inside our tools.
That's him, yeah? Doesn't do shit.
He might have took a little bit of time.
Does he got me on? Shoot me. Lunar swing.
Chance, it is still a close game, but at the end of the day, it's tracking towards a C9 win.
Well, yeah, 30-point gap, and Lunars and Goyen trying to do everything they can just to keep the slaying close for the moment. A nice little three-man sequence, though. Afro, last man standing, and they hunt him down. So you take care of all the funny business, you secure the back spawns, and you get a guy in time, right? You get a guy in time. So much you get in time. There we go. You got a guy in time. Everything looking good right now for Vancouver.
Yay! We're in. Gwyn's on a spree. And we are locking down front. Just keep soaking, boys. Gwyn is sweating bullets right now, rocking his way through these players. We're still holding on. And Vancouver Surge, there's a guy upstairs. No, don't worry, Luna's got him. Gwyn is turned right now. 15 to go. A lovely hard point from them.
Keeping pace as well. I mean, Gwyn's certainly a known slayer in the league. Afro there to drop him, but the best hill Vancouver Surge have had all map, and for the first time since, what, P2 we had earlier on, Surge have the lead. Back over towards that P5, though. C9 will be there first. They're going to take the lead right back instantaneously. And Legend, he is waiting for his teammates. He is worried about every single corner, and correctly so. He's got the drop on beats.
Yeah, good job. Takes care of Ben on the way down towards the back. Looking for that pinch. We've surrounded the hard point. Come out, C9. We know you're in there. Abe on the entry as well. Last man time. And he's still going to be fighting. Good trade now. The next wave of C9 players close by. Quick contest. Legend catches one. Looking for the hops up next. The dead name just a slow progress. Luna's from upstairs. Anyone? No. Mac with two. Abe from spawn. Trying to keep the play alive.
Yeah, it's a very Call of Duty sequence as well, right? Legend does everything correctly, but it's a 20-second play to go on that full pinch. You're successful, you make it happen. C9 take the hill back half a second later, so it is an absolute gauntlet. You are playing at pace, and we know guys like Vivid, some of the fastest players we have seen in CDL history, willing to apply that pace. And of course, you are back to a 30-point lead for C9, and they are effectively spawn trapping you from the right side of the map.
Well, new hard point, third set, Afro's in, we're over 200 points now, and Abe sending it forward. On board with Gwyn on the quick contest, and we're here to really cover him. Try trying to get in his own trade. There's Abe once again. We're still fighting over this P1, but C9, they are so good at catching time. Big flank from Legend. 2-piece, looking for the third. His teammates are there, and an open hard point for now.
They got the comms as well. And wow, okay, you just get zapped away. So Mac's gonna try to keep things interesting around the time. Good comms rolling through. Afro finds the guy in the Siki spot, and well, Beans already has the cut. So what a good sequence for Vancouver for them to just get run over 5 seconds later, and we got a 50-point game.
Now that's the way it goes. 15 seconds to go here on P1. We're looking towards the motel. No one near it. Vancouver Surge should be able to get there quite quickly. Oh, Afro spawns close. A single 1v1 is all you're gonna need. But coverage from Beans upstairs. Yeah, see? We're on time. Legend, what have you got?
Coverage over top. He's got the man in the corner. Abe is looking above. You get the damage, you get the pressure, you get the initial.
Here we go. First in wins the one. The next man in is still going to be there for C9. Holding on. Max up next, gets dropped. Vivid will be next to hit the play, and it's Abe who knocks him clean out. From upstairs, once again, we find Afro and Lunas. The old recon by force doesn't find anything. Vancouver Surge have held.
Holding on. Man, number 2 working a pinch. Afro's getting that initial kill. He's got top control. Beans laying down, covering fire. 2-2 split on the flip side. And Afro, well, the pinch is eventually in, and it gives you a little bit extra. C9 maybe doing just enough to get this done.
He's just checking everything. Here comes the next wave. Oh no, Afro gets another. Gwyn trying to get it all done by himself, and he can. Finds 2. A good break. But boy, you need to hit the row, and that's where C9 are. No one on Vancouver Surge is going to have a Hellstorm for this moment. I'm taking
Except for the guy with the Hellstorm.
Except for the guy with the Hellstorm. An opportunity now to get the break. But we've scattered, C9. We have scattered. Are we able to get in there through this coverage? And the answer is no. It's only going to be Abe. He has got to go huge.
Oh, we're running away from time as well. I mean, we're taking space. People are able to just cross towards the hill. You're dying along the way. Gwyn trying to give you something extra, and they got a clean 4 down. Vancouver Surge, this is their quest for their first map win. They can get it done on this hill.
We're trying to find that big flank. Mac is going on the worldwide tour. We'll see him in a few moments. But for now, Lunas, hold the line, hold the front. Tags into the player upstairs. The jump not good enough for the kill. Legend, he's trying to farm his way through, but the final 5 as the break from C9 New York is glorious. Map number 1. A decent fought battle, and hopefully a good sign of things to come this series.
And maybe stocks on C9 declining just a touch. That's crazy, man. They had control of the hill. They got the 4 down. You get the guys on the helicopter, a guy on time, and then they just let 3 players on C9 run up to the hill uncontested. And he didn't start the fights until they made it to the 50-yard line. So a punishing few moments. Vancouver Surge, certainly when they go back and rewatch this one in the VOD, maybe a few different moments they could break down. Nonetheless, closely contested battle. They brought a good fight. But unfortunately for Gwyn, that is a 42 kills there for the loss. So slaying in that map, at least for Vancouver Surge, was not the issue.
We have 18 from the hardpoint as well. On the other side, Afro, they've got 29. Big 4Ks for several players in the lobby. Crazy stuff, mate. And a fun one indeed. A 10-point difference is all it took. I mean, I'm thinking back now to first go around the plane and get a guy in there to contest. You buy a little bit more space. Lunas was going on a spree. Abe had some nice wins from that same position as well. Shout out Lunas for, again, the Hellstorm. I did not see that. So that was a real saving grace for them. But kudos to C9 New York. In some other games, some other competitive titles that Blizzard have made, a C9 is a big mistake. It's a tough one. You know, things can go a little wrong. We weren't going to get another C9 here, but we nearly got a spectacular comeback from Vancouver Surge, if not for the well-calculated and extremely well-composed break towards the end there. That could have been Vancouver Surge's first map win chance, as you called it so rightly.
Yeah, and the coordination on point. Everybody runs straight forward, and then we just make it there. It's fantastic. Yep. I mean, hardpoint at this level is just a remarkably difficult thing to do, where your decision-making ability, like off spawn, you have to do so many things right, 40 lives in a row it feels like, and it's just an endless onslaught. And if you're even do like a little thing wrong, it'll cost you 15 seconds here, 20 seconds there. If you leave time wide in these moments, or when the contest time is rolling through, like if you're having difficulty on a decision-making front, by the time you get to 250, it just piles up. Like a handful of bad decisions can be the difference of, 40, 50 points in a game. So, I mean, Vancouver Surge, again, the slang was there. Overall, the architecture of like their game plan on point, but even certain plays where they're going on pinches, doing all the right things, but it just takes them 20 seconds when the top teams will get it done in 7 or 8. I mean, hey, for a 10-point game, it's the little things that will absolutely get you. So close, but no cigar.
Admirable comeback. Certainly strong work from that last P1 from Vancouver Surge. Hey, but at the end of the day, the amount of criticism this team has received, you know, and warranted, absolutely. What a great turnaround that was. Now another look at Den S&D. We're going to see a Scar Overload as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. And a old faithful Colossus right there for Vancouver if they can get towards it. But for now, Chance Den, Search and Stroh, seen a few of these in the last 2 weeks, I suppose. How are you feeling about these squads going up against each other?
I think this is actually very good odds for Surge to get their first map point, as is the storyline we're pushing.
Improvement.
They played Toronto Koi on it, took them to around 11, maybe faltered in that final round.
I was on the call.
Brought a very good fight. In our first series, we had the opportunity to talk about with Gentlemates of like there's a clearly identifiable.
That's what I'm looking for Vancouver.
It was the first bloods in S&D,
especially Lunars, bro.
Today. So you're gonna have a similar situation for Vancouver Surge where we know
Legend. Like I said, this is first year, guys. Y'all should know that, but I like the improvement. The improvement is key. Build the chemistry with the team. Get better with the guns. I like how he was holding angles. I like that. He just got to
ball ready to go.
Sometimes he need to win some of those fights. I'm not gonna lie, because when dude came, should kill him right there, and then when the next dude came, already have him ready shooting at him. But other than that,
fun is the name of the game here in the Call of Duty.
But we're on map 2, guys. Map 2.
The name was brought up, and I totally agree that on paper it seems like
I said, they're not bad at S&D. They did hang with Koi. So it's possible. It's very possible they can definitely.
Rightfully so. I mean, he is the most storied player on the squad. Still very young in his COD years, but technically the vet. And
to be honest, they should have won.
Most likely calling the play. Luna's Island Man right now through the middle of the map. The rest of the boys over by the A bomb site. And fellas, it's all yours.
They already playing that quick. That's crazy.
Slowly.
No time wasted. Yeah. Bomb plant as well. Number 7 there to watch the pinch. This is the dream setup for an A plant.
Well, we're going to watch the retake attempt now. And Mr. Beans first in. Great damage. Nades and everything being chucked in there. Legend managed to get away with his life, and the detonator getting to slow the approach. 2 through the side door, 2 through the back door. Here we go, boys, over the top. Legend down. Gwyn goes with him. 24 seconds on the clock.
That's crazy COD timing. I thought Gwyn was going to be in the prime spot, but he gets ripped. Now Abe's going to have to try and clutch. Lunars is spotted out. Abe gets traded, and the defuse is already there, and Lunars is not in position to kill the guy off bomb. A very well-executed retake, and I mean, in my mind, the A site, very close quarters, very tight spots that have to be played, and there's no trophies in the first round. I was thinking C9 may be able to get the win that way, but it was straight gunning for him.
Oh yeah, they just ran straight on through. A couple of nice kills. The timing. I think what Lunas was going for there is, you know, when paintball you get hit, you have to run back to your spawn. You have to run back to your spawn before you can get your next one up. But this is how it went down on the retake. Everybody wins their ones. Vivid moves in for the defuse shortly after this one, but fantastic work.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder why nobody
a tough one. If you're the island player, you have to be
that side
pretty on point about when you're going to be making
when they go over there.
moves
You know, the side when they run out through that doorway to their right
is going to be spotting out 3 players.
I'm surprised nobody don't like.
See on the map, he's forced to run for the hills. You get the smokes out.
Be there.
And Mac,
so they looking.
I mean, one of the best objective players we have in the league. Never fears going for a bomb plant, but respecting that they don't have mid-map control, so no plants just yet. In the meantime, Vancouver Surge, a ton of pressure on the pinch, but Legend on the full flank and even Abe in the middle of the map. It's a good mini-map for Surge.
Yep. I was going to say, a very faithful recreation of a Japanese castle. The walls are thin. Some of the doors are made of paper. Bang that thing out.
Okay, Legend
right
got
now. Vancouver Surge
with
an advantage. Beans, though, does still have bomb. And we're pushing it. We're going for the kills here. Over the top. Wait. The boys have nearly walked away with it, but what a 2v1 in a dire situation.
Hey, shout out Lunars. That's a big 2 to seal the deal on that
like
round.
That.
Never fun
like
if you're
that,
going for a wall jump and you end up getting the ever so slow mantle, but Lunars takes that small window of opportunity and closes the door in your face.
That's a lovely recovery. Yeah, I'm thinking about how to not let that happen for me as a player, because I want to hit a quick wall jump. This is Beans on the wall. Oh, sorry, Afro on the wall bang. That is a
nice wall bang.
Insane amount of damage. I mean, Gwyn is just sitting there like, I'm tagged. Yeah, he's on bomb site. No, wait, I'm dead. That's annoying. Yeah, great way to start the round.
And Legend doing a nice job on the flank as well, picking up sort of that floating player for C9. So even up the odds, 2 defensive rounds, Creddy spots being used as well, but no information being gained.
Not yet. And well, this is information. There's no one here. Deep.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
On the defense. We've got 2 players on A there for C9, the other 2 by B. No one's showing any face just yet. But fellas, there's a minute to go. You've got to make something happen. Hello. Aha! Surprise! On the jump, plenty of coverage through mid. Hasn't pulled too many players there out of the B-bomb site either. So C9, their nerves remain.
As a good try, Afro got out a moment before those nades came rolling through. And with his life staying up, well, now he's keeping Abe at bay. Little dance battle we have towards the middle of the map. In the meantime, over on the B site, Mac found a sneaky spot. That's the bomb guy. Trades rolling through, but that's bomb down mid-cut. Beans is getting active, but on the flip side, so is Abe. You got players everywhere on the map.
I mean, this is the special we do on Den. It's the flank. Meow. Great work, Abe. A little bit of luck, a little bit of magic there on the hip fire, but you'll take it. Luna's going to stay alive. Now wait for his teammates to back him up. Perfect intel here on the 2v1 situation. Oh, wait a minute. Mac is not going down without a fight. Massive work there on the damage, but it all comes down to Beans. Final few seconds. Someone's got to get this bomb down. Could Beans play spoiler here?
Ooh!
The answer is no. Legend wins a
Good
big one.
stuff, Legend.
Gone to bed, yeah. Huge kill out of Legends. Good plant spot as well to
I like
dodge
that.
from mid. Maybe Beans took a bit of a different round. The round could have fallen a different way, but that's a nail biter situation that Surge come out on top of. So they keep their cool when things get a little bit nervy, and all's well that ends well. It is in effect, solid B site execution.
Yeah, a couple of perfect rounds in a map.
Hold up.
We haven't seen one just yet from either of our teams.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Attacking round now for C9. Seen love towards both bomb sites so far, so quite wide open here on Den. Defensively, though, we're going through mid, and we're going to worry about Beans. Here we go, Legend. He's a naughty man with a long rifle. Let's see what we can find.
Well, I mean, for C9, they saw 0 people over towards B, but instead of making moves, they're wrapping all the way out. So maybe not playing the best off their information, and you're a little bit turtled up over towards P2. Legend continues to dance.
And he's shimmying and shouldering, and he's not giving anything up, and he's still remaining stalwart in his defense of the A-bomb site. Mid-map still, Vancouver Surge, with their fingerprints all over it. The B-bomb, though, wide open. It is still Gwyn. He is the man on watch right now. He's about to see those 2 players cross, and that's it. He's fired his warning shots. Legend still dancing. Bean still wants to get in there, but the lads have gone. He's about to call out a free bomb site with the B-bomb being planted.
Well, I mean, he just needs to be active on the pinch, right? Because now he knows that the floater's going back over towards B. So for Beans, it's all about the timing on this pinch. He's waiting for contact to be made. As soon as there's some noise, he shows up, misses the shot, but he already got the first blood.
Yeah, plenty of noise being made. Mid-map, though, oh, Mac has now got Gwyn dead to rights. Flank set, secure. Nearly a perfect round from C9 New York. Wonderful patience, great execution. Beans able to pick up at least 1 there on the flank. Absolutely tremendous.
Right, and remember like the first round we had where Vancouver Surge get the bomb down, but by the end of the round, Lunars is just out of position and not even in the mix to try to like defend that bomb site. If you're that floater player, you need to be more aggressive, and it's all about the timing, and that's why Beans, even with the snipe, pushing up, getting in the mix, once he knows there's noise over towards the B site, it's when he hits the go button. I mean, that is quite literally perfect level of aggression coming out from Beans in that moment to make that impact play.
Well, we all wanted the second snipe to hit, but he'd already done the damage. Beautiful stuff. Gwyn now, boomstick in hand. Certainly trying to get it all done for his squad. He was carrying bombs a few rounds ago. Why, hello, Afro. My name's Abe. Pleased to meet you. Bottom mid. Wow, my goodness. 1 exchange of gunfire from both teams. Not a whole lot of damage there or kills. Abe somehow walking away with his life there. Spots out Beans, and he is certainly hitting the damage stat right now.
I was told those snipers are OP, and I was told that by a bunch of morons. It's clearly not. Winners with a nice pick. 2v2 now on the map. Well, now it's going to be a 2v1 Legend. Last one standing, and a small window of opportunity for the 1v2, but the teamwork from C9 there, they swarmed them in that round, and that is a quick and clean 3v4 clutch. I mean, they had Afro dead to rights in the middle of the map, but C9 getting active, and Their presence everywhere after the fact on point, and Mac there for the final kill.
Stuff out Mac, a true vet of the scene for now. A long time, having a good time. Championships to his name. Under the very brand he now battles. C9 up by 1. Where are we going, boys? We're taking it to B? Looks like it. A straight 2v2 hit.
Oh, Abe's up close and aggressive. Well, noise being made, so they know he's in the corner, Bud, with Gwyn watching over. Whee! Not easy to make the commitment, and there he goes. Turns out Abe cannot fly.
Nope. Abe.
Okay.
Pig in the big city splats now on the floors below Den. Luna's now, I mean, just, I don't say throwing the towel, but I'm like, let's just get it rolling. Next round, that was a tough one there. C9 New York. Definitely blessed a little bit there. Not sure whether that would have been has he got jump assist on, wall jump assist? Because I've killed myself in that position many times.
It's that spot. It's a pesky spot. It's gotten like 5 players this year already.
Yeah. I definitely turned it off after that one. It was no one's friend. Yeah, this is an unfortunate
fairness,
angle.
he full sent on this. Like, I get it, but he went so far away. Trying to pull out a parachute. Like, that's just...
Yeah, very frustrating. It's the close wall he jumps off of and just overcooks it a smidge. That left stick, maybe a little too loose. Either way, a great round for C9 to just grab, walk, run away with. And run the attack once again. And Gwyn.
Square up battle.
Yeah, it's a square up, and he's no snipes though, but Beans does. Bombs in. Oh, Mac is skeet shooting him, but Lunas answers back with a 2 of his own, and the battle's far from over. Lunas gets the 3rd, and what an ace this will be. Now it's a 1v1, and that is a highlight reel moment for Lunas.
He's looking like Stamino out there. That's a deep cut. Shout out IW from back in the day.
That's what I'm looking for, man.
You're gonna see, and yeah, Beans.
That's all I'm at.
He was supposed to pick up that outer lane. Lunars come soaring through. 2 players lined up for him. Easy freebie kills. Guns the 3rd guy. Poor Beans just leaves his teammates out to dry. Gets the beat down, and love the confidence on the Chal as well. Even before he heals, trusting the comms from his teammates. I mean, a beautiful play out of Lunars. Great comms out of Surge. An important round as well, just to keep it close.
Great round. 3-1 split here from Vancouver Surge right off rip. Gwyn's going to be going solo towards the B bomb site, and he's now tangling with the bomb carrier. Beans, you going to keep this rifle out? No swaps this time around. And I think there's a 1-up, 1-down situation over by the A bomb site for Vancouver. And they're backed on up, so they're giving up the A push for now. We're going to go back to mid, and there's a slight shuffle. With a minute to go, C9 have burnt the clock.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable on this approach as well because you don't have a ton of information. Finally, you spot 1 player sliding left if you're Beans, but only 2 players here by the B site for C9. I don't know if they're going to try to force this, but you see movement towards the middle of the map. You hear the play call getting made, and funnily enough, on the flip side, Surge are also here in the middle of the map.
Okay.
They're going to get the first blood. Afro falls again.
35 seconds. A bomb site wide open. It's going to take a little bit of time before the lads can get back in there. Can you get into a corner? Abe, wait, finds himself another one. Bean starting to let the big gun rip. No one up close. Abe manages to escape under the smoke, so now it is a 3v2. As the smoke clears, the bomb will be planted, and it will be a retake down a man. C9, Lunas and Gwyn going in, and you have just taken Cloud9 to the cleaners. It is 4-4.
That's beautiful work, and that's great timing on the strat call as well in the middle of the round, just to pursue towards mid, because Afro effectively got abandoned by his teammates. There were 2 players on C9 that were pushing through
they're pretty
mid.
solid.
One turns, runs for the hills.
I ain't saying they're real good, but they're solid.
Up towards A, but
that's what you
when
need.
Afro got isolated, Surge were just all over him. So clean first blood, no clutches coming through, and that is back-to-back rounds for Surge.
4-4.
Looking good here on Den.
Absolutely. And again, player cams. It's Gwyn. He is the one calling the shots in between these round moments. Slight conjecture. I'm working with what I've got, chat. But let's get it. We're going away. Beans says, don't worry about mid-map, fellas. Is that enough, though, to send in Beans?
Oh, my goodness.
No shot. Abe wants it. Is he going to get it? A stun. Oh, and plenty of damage. Not enough for the kill, though. Legend now joins the fray. Last man left alive for his squad, and he's going to go out swinging. C9 bounce back. And Ben Beans finds a pair.
Yeah. Actually, never mind. I suppose we'll just move on. There's some discourse around the snipe in Beans' hands as well. Because if you remember, it was like maybe 3 rounds ago or 2 rounds ago where he has the snipe out for the initial like outer lane, but then swaps it away.
Yep.
So Beans is being a little bit finicky here, but nonetheless, high impact. Great drop on Lunars for the first blood, and yeah, just easy cover in the lane. He aims down low as well, prepared for the slide. We trust his ability on the reaction time.
Yeah, that's the difference though. It's the lower pre-aim. Nice work out, Beans. Beautiful stuff. 9 and 4.
You try to do it again.
Here we get out with our lives barely. Vivid starts things off. This is map point. A great way to get it done. And what a sneaky Mac. Oh goodness, that might be it, folks. 4v2. Can Vancouver Surge survive this? Patient Mac. Timing not there. The gunny absolutely. Last man Lunars. A silver bullet found, and it was Beans with the big gun again. The GGs go next. 6-4 the final score.
Okay, so
they're on Den.
Yeah, swarming an eventuality. Puckett asked for it, and Beans delivers.
2-0 right now.
Respectable stuff, I'd say, on Den as well. Vancouver Surge certainly able to string together a few nice rounds here and there. I know Afro got blooded a few times in this game. Nonetheless, the sort of higher impact plays.
I forgot I was supposed to post
Cloud9. So 2-0 lead in the series before he gets to the overload, but on the game, double digits for Mac, double digit for Beans as well. And that is 8 first bloods out of 10. That would be the difference maker on that map.
Yeah, certainly helps. 4 of them coming from Beans, most likely, 2 we saw with the sniper rifle. So you'll take that, 6-4. Shy of 9 minutes. Well, Den and Scar, they're done. And they were pretty close. Now we got a Scar overload chance, a mode that Vancouver Surge haven't been terribly successful in. In both of their matches, they have managed to score a single goal per game. So we'll see if they can't turn that all around. Not going to be an easy one, though. Scar is quite a punishing map for overload.
Oof.
It definitely seems to be the map where you have to have the best teamwork and things sort of go your way the most. It's maybe a little bit less straightforward than Den. So excited to see what the teams can bring.
Well, we'll find out what they bring after this very, very quick break. Don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud9, New York, sitting at 2-0 over Vancouver Surge. Is this game of overload the turnaround point for them? Vancouver still battling for their first win here in the 2026 season of the Call of Duty League.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. This one. So.
Legend, the newest player transitioned from Halo to the CDL 1 week under your belt, and I just gotta know, what are you feeling in the differences between Halo and the CDL?
I mean, to be honest, it hasn't really been easy transition because it's a different game, obviously. I mean, CUD is a way faster version of Halo. The fun is pretty much the same, but just goes way faster.
So outside of the speed of the game, how much do you feel your Halo skill set translates over to Call of Duty, and what do you think is going to be your biggest challenge matching up with these long-standing CDL pros?
I think in terms of like gun skill, I won't struggle. It's more about like reading the game, decision making. In my opinion, like the skill gap on CUD is like whoever can take the decision faster. You know what I'm saying? So I need to work on that a lot.
We've had French players in the league before. If
I'm
you
glad
were
he
to
at
pick
least
one
admits
French
what he needs to work on.
What are you pulling out?
A lot
That's
of people
kind
would
a
not
hard
do that.
Because I never did it. Tu plus la merde. Your shit. Like your shit.
Outside of your Halo career, now your Call of Duty career, what is one thing outside of gaming that people people might find surprising about you?
I really like ping pong. Last year, like when I was playing for Optic, we had the ping pong table, you know, at the HQ. After scrim, we would play like every time. I'm not anything crazy at it, but I really enjoy it.
We're gonna do a this or that. I'm gonna give you one French item, one American item, and you need to pick between which is the better item. Crepe or pancakes?
Crepe for sure.
Macaron or donuts?
It's equal, same. I can't choose. Both are like amazing.
Sit down cafe or Starbucks drive-thru?
Starbucks.
French rap or American hip hop?
Wow. I really like both, so that's still good French rap.
The BR from Halo or the M15 from Black Ops 7?
I don't know, I love the M15. It's actually an insane gun. Yeah, the M15.
Cafe au lait or a cold brew the size of your head?
Cafe au lait.
Legend, thanks for joining me. Best of luck this season. We're excited to see you out there.
Thank you.
I like the sit downs. There's something different. Like, they've been doing so much for the COD that a lot of people do not know, like, at least not paying attention to as much. But, like, if y'all didn't know, like, they had, like, a little college league, and now, like, that was, like, underground, and now, like, that they're expanding it and showing it, that colleges are allowing students that wants to play COD and try to play it professionally the opportunity, and I like that. That's why I was trying to. What's so crazy? When I was in high school, I was trying to do a. I was trying to do a freaking similar to the college thing, but for high school. So like, I came over like a Call of Duty club.
Monster Energy.
Unfortunately, I wasn't even able to get in my own club. It was crazy, but freaking, I was trying to do that, and everybody have their own team and stuff like that, and just learn like rotations, maps, and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to do that so bad,
Check it
but
out in the Call of Duty store in game now.
oh no.
Before we load into Overload, a little look at our assault rifle duels so
1.3?
far, and Chance, aside
like
from the
that.
damage stat and the SDKDs,
Means from the 2.5, like what the heck, dude?
I hear what you're saying. I'm salty. You can't pick French rap over US rap. That's not how that works. That's quite literally our invention. So congratulations on being even in kills. Katie's looking nice, but picking that's clinically absurd. Miles, name one French rapper.
I don't know.
Exactly. This is my entire point. It's a ridiculous thing.
Get me an Overload.
I'm red now. I'm red from anger. Get the Overload going, bro.
Yeah, just get Overload.
He's just disconnected from the cold.
All right, so let's see. I need
Cafe. Like, how are you not picking cafe for coffee if you're
I need
French?
19 from Afro.
Cafe au lait over cold brew.
And I need.
Oh my god. He's right though.
11 or 12.
Superb gun skill, no doubt.
Well, we get to watch it in a moment on this game of Scar.
French rap.
I take it all back. Not just yet, something's happened, but I very.
I'll rant some more. Name. No, I'm kidding.
I was ready to wind you up and let you go. I was so there, man. I was like cranking that thing on your back. Just get you rocking. Back to Scar Overload we go. Chance, you said it's a tough map. It's one that punishes teams who are not exceptionally good at it. It is going to be a tough matchup. Now for Vancouver Surgery, let's face it, you were 10 seconds away from the dub there on the first Scar hard point. A couple of rounds go your way and you're looking at win as well. But now this is the last life you have in this series. Colossus is where they want to go. It's been their go-to map.
It might be the last map, guys.
Unless, are they going to get through this Scar
Vancouver
Overload? Sorry.
Finds some type of way.
Work for it, right? Just because
some type of light
Den is probably the easiest Overload map to identify, like the quote.
Like I said, probably around like 8 or so guys, I will be streaming.
But specifically on Scar, it seems like you can have situations that look identical, and in one situation you might have to kill 2 or 3 waves of players to actually
streaming
get a score.
Overwatch for the rest of this week, and then Monday y'all will see some Call of Duty.
It's a little bit more fluid. I think, at least in my opinion, going to be much more difficult to identify what the correct plays
I know a lot of people saying you're streaming the CDL, but we haven't seen you play COD. Like,
your communication,
I understand.
Almost like the collective amoeba or like neural capacity of the team. You really have to be working as a full unit and be on the same page, and that would be your natural chemistry. Obviously, for a team like Vancouver Surge, the most evergreen team we've ever had in this CDL. So a very difficult task ahead of them. But if they get a good flow, it'll be a very fun map to watch.
It will be a fun map to watch. Now it looks like we are looking at each other. Ring ceremony coming up at Jan Major 1.
Man, I wonder what the ring is going to look like this year, man.
That's right. We are once again crowning our champions. Optic Texas are back-to-back, unless you're living under a rock, or if you've only just joined the Call of Duty Elite universe. Welcome. Is a warm and crazy place. And Optic, they've managed to do the unthinkable and go back-to-back. And as far as we're concerned, Charles, right now, it's looking like a good year. I mean, it's early in the year, but it's looking pretty good for them once again. You will see them looking pretty good getting their 2025 championship rings at Major 1. But what's that? What's ringing right now? It's a game of Scar Overload, Chance.
Dude, and like, you know, France has a couple powerhouses, right? In the metal scene, they got fantastic Van Gogh. If you're looking at like French pop music, Stromae is an incredible artist. If you like psych rock, Slipped is an incredible French. So the French music scene is incredible. They have amazing stuff, but French rap over you, like what are we talking about?
I mean, Daft Punk.
It's not even. It is not remotely comparable.
Oh, come on, not the flag. Not the flag. Get him out of it. Come on. Stop feeding
They showed the
him.
flag. That's
You
hilarious.
feed him. Stop feeding him. Go on, legend, son of a. I'm trying to fight for my European brothers over here, Chance. I'm trying to fight for them. And right now, the fight is very much in mid-map, and it's very much C9 in New York. Another musical thing there, right? We're on a roll now, brother. So RC9, Max got himself the device, and we're trying to find our way towards B. Close defense right now from Vancouver. They're not giving up without a fight, and a fight they've got. Go on, let's run it. You got all the kills.
Yeah, all four. Take care of the EMP device. Now you're trying to vie for a little bit of that map positioning, and Beans, I would assume, would fall in short order. Had him tagged up, they let him live, but now the top side of the map is going to be open. Gwyn, last man in line, should be collecting the device, and the timing on that's terrible. The moment he touches it, he's now running it towards his own zone. So now C9 have a really big opportunity to score.
Yeah, they do, but you have to take the opportunity. And they are so far struggling somewhat with it. Off spawn into a very awkward situation. And they're walking away with so far majority of the lives. Vivid doing what he can. And once again, back to the middle we go. So, a rather uneventful, plenty of kills, but uneventful in the scoreline department, first half so far.
And again, just an example of like the battle. You get the map positioning, but sometimes you need the extra wave. Got to be very careful about the timing, but big moment. 3 down. Okay. Number 3, Afro lead backward in the all 4. A should have been open, but now they're cutting it over, trying to go D, so we're getting a little bit mixy with it. Mackin just wants to full send. Why wait for the teammates' support if you think you got it like that? Unfortunately, he didn't, so now device control in the hands of Lunars.
I think an attitude that many ranked teammates will have in Season 2, because I've got it like that. Sure, I can run this thing home. Whole squad's up. Well, a perfect line drawn down the middle of the map right now for Vancouver Surge. 3 minutes to play in our first half. And we are looking for a couple of wins here. The A zone starting to look a bit more tasty. Vivid on the defense. Lunars with the pistol. He has got it like that, and he is squaring up with one of the most accurate shooters in Call of Duty history. And he gets
that accurate shooter just got dropped. Yeah, no, nice work there out of Lunars. Afro might pick up 2, but now we'll find if Lunars get it like that. Here we go. 1-0 Vancouver Surge.
He does have it like that. That was sick. Here we go. Right, well, top side of the map spawn. You've still got a lot of presence there right now. Legend playing it a little tight. He's let those players make their way through mid, and that tag is going to push him back even further. You're running out of space. On this side of the map, Vancouver Surge. Beans got it like that too. How many more got it like that do we have in this matchup? Chance, quite a few.
Fingers crossed. Well, no more from me on that.
Okay.
Oh, it's too close. 2 down in the feed, though. C9, 3 players grouped up towards mid. They're trying to go for the wide swing. Bean's not quite in position yet, but basically everybody here on this push for C9.
Oh, this is it. Looking towards the B goal, and it looks good. Wait, Gwyn gets himself in the position for the guarantees. Lovely damage. Vivid been pushed back. All the device has been dropped, and they've survived another wave. 1:40 to go.
Yeah, just an endless amount of difficulties. Even like the angles, once you get that device in that position, there's nowhere to hide. And if you don't have the pressure, it's just going to evaporate.
Wait.
And got Abe, sort of the front man up, catches Vivid completely off guard. You taking care of the pinch as well. So you got Vancouver Surge taking the time, getting all the kills.
Abe, front man, gets brought down. And they've managed to not continue the play over by A. We're still maintaining control, possession of the EMP right now, Surge. And Vivid, oh, what a peach that would have been. Over the top, not enough for the kill though. Mac managed to walk away with his. Oh dear, it's an absolute peach over the top from Afro. We still managed to maintain position here for a moment longer. Afro to the rescue. The cavalry from C9 has arrived. We get Gwyn.
Getting all the kills as well.
Mate, he's a demon.
Yeah, outslaying him, doing everything right, but just actually getting control and pushing this device through. Absolutely no success. I mean, Legend is 2-12 and they're winning.
Oh yeah, winning. I mean, they've also got 2 really nice goal line saves. Just shy of that, it could be 2-1, but 35 seconds to go. Here we go. C9, another attempt at this. Gwyn over the top, gets himself 1. Next man is going to be the carrier. And we are just holding the line right now. Beautiful work there from Afro with the device. 20 seconds to go. Can Lunas find the up and overkill? We're looking for the Chow. And once again, it is the Jaeger 45 of Afro that keeps it going. It has been dropped. And an opportunity now to swing it for Vancouver.
And Legend maybe wants to push past this, keep the gun out. Got a trophy getting a kill. Well, number 1 on the pinch. I think Vivid just going to shut this one down. Device not collected, and Legend not quite there to be able to pick it up. Nonetheless, they got the 1-0 lead right now in favor of Vancouver Surge. So strong first half and really showing off the mixiness of Scar. I feel like Afro had so many 2 pieces in this half as well, but as you stated, maybe 2 or 3 different sort of goal line saves rolling through for Vancouver. And even on the best play, you see just a bullet off from stopping that cap.
I mean, that's it. We only had 3 really good attempts on goal in game, and 2 of them were at the hands of C9. So close, but if you can't get over the line, it ain't good enough. That B goal over by the 18-wheelers, there's some tight corners to play from there. There are some absolute guaranteed kills you can get. That's the one on the low left-hand side of the map, top right-hand side of your screen right now. Here we go, back over to the middle of the map. C9, we're playing towards the motel side. Can they find success on this side of Scar?
Well, they're going to be able to catch Abe. Oh, no, Abe wins the gunfight, so nice pickup there, and it'll be a little bit tougher with the device now. Mac, though, able to give you 2, so Beans is here. He's got a couple players behind him, trying to break some ankles. He's showing right. And do you want to re-juke and commit left or force this through? He's got Mac over there for the help. Tries to go down low. Can't quite win the gunfight, but certainly a good attempt.
Oh, lovely attempt, and you've still got the device in their half. Vancouver, I think they're going to opt for the reset here, and that's what Afro's playing for as well. So we're not going to touch it. We're going to let it go back to spawn. And Afro in position to pick this one up as well. We're maintaining position right now, and it's a couple of good kills, but the end of the trade is Surge on top. Slammed. Oh my boy, let's get it. We are sending it forward. Vancouver, 1 by 1, maybe they find all their kills. Abe with the dagger in the back, and we are on for a play here.
Yeah, he might be able to get a Hellstorm as well. He has been prowling since the opening break of this half. He's got a free kill.
I really want Vancouver to win this.
That should be number 8. There you go. Firmly collected. And you can get out and get in the mix. Your teammates are there with the device. He can't quite make anything happen. You see on the minimap the device falls. You've got the pressure, but no actual play.
Well, we do get the Hellstorm finally, but we're still holding on. We're still holding on. Here they come, Legend. 1 and done. Harkens back to combat evolve with a pistol like that. Get them shots in from Lunas. The 2 pieces there, and that's another wipe. The point man. He is the tip of the spear, trying to strong arm his way on towards the zone. Oh, and the drop is there. Gwyn has to
get that Legend
under the coverage of the Hellstorm.
Let's go.
He's good. 2-0 Surge.
Huge. I mean,
I
this
like
feels
that.
like a massive lead considering how this map has been playing out. Nonetheless, C9, look at how quick they are to get in position on the map. 2 players around blue. Afro trying to stay alive, but they lost the device. Gwyn with the nade and Gwyn with the extra kill. Slowing down C9 just enough to get the trades. You clean house, you go back to 50-50. Honestly, a peach of a nade there coming in from Gwyn. Maybe some coordination, but now 2.5 minutes. Surge playing the survival game.
It's a pitched battle, but Gwyn, he's gone to the right flank. And it's the drone, or the EMP rather, back and forth it goes. Over towards the right-hand side. Now, wait, an opening. Legend's got to go big. Gets himself 1, and he's gone the wrong way. Oh, what a save from Abe. The kill from downtown.
I like
and
that.
No goal for C9. Over to the other side we go. And the B goal is where Surge
his teammates were around.
Yeah,
he got those 2 kills.
So far,
and he pushed. He pushed that side. Nonetheless,
2 minutes into two-score game. C9, this is officially desperation effort time. Beans there from 2. Trying to get Gunny hot. Hey, he's going to do so. Beans there for 3. You just don't have the pressure just yet. And the defensive line, Abe is there.
Oh, and he's holding it together. Abe, what a goalkeeper he's been. Shots were there. Abe brought down. You've got you've got all the map you want right now. You have to get the next set of kills. C9 New York 2-0 is very doable. The production has not necessarily been there in the second half, but so far Afro trying to take the game into his own hands, waiting for the goal. Here comes the run. Beans is there. It's 2-1.
Dude, I mean, you might have like trophy fights as well. You want to get trophies almost in the opponent's base just for that sequence over towards A. But nonetheless, they cut the lead down to 1. They got control of the device spawn, and you got Beans roaming out towards mid. But you do see Vancouver Surge on defense, sort of swarming over towards Motel. Well, Legend gets 1 and falls, and Afro, he wants to play for the Jukes. He's swinging this wide left.
We're going all out. He's made it across. He doesn't have any help. He has to wait for his teammates. Mid map covered. Matt guesses that's going to be the opener. Here we go. C9 making their way forward. Final minute to play. We're looking for the equalizer. It is an open goal all the way. Afro.
Wow, what the hold up?
2-2, 45 on the clock.
Oh.
Yeah, and Surge forgot about that section of the map. They were so focused on the EMP device that Mac was able to just walk straight into blue for the power position. But now 35 seconds left. Anybody's ball game. You got Afro behind you.
Oh, dear.
Kills being traded on the mini map, but you got Surge right now a little bit too ahead of themselves. They're playing for the spawn kills. You got to get the device control first. Finally, Legend there to pick it up, and his teammates are behind them. 20 seconds. You're not in a massive rush. You'll get the extra time.
Yeah, EMP control now. 15 seconds on the clock. We're looking for one decent attempt here. Otherwise, we go to overtime rules. Abe, they sniff out the player at the back line. A firing squad right now at Vancouver. Oh my, they're fighting their way forward. Afro on the retreat. Gets kills. Lunas, can he recover? Final push now. Sudden death. One more goal. No lives. It's on.
And well, okay, so Legends got the UAV for the squad, so they'll have the intel and they have the device. They just do not have the numbers. So this is looking like it might be a slow standoff if Surge aren't going to be willing to push up the map just yet. But again, Legend should be coming to his teammates of what's going on. Abe should know. Yep, a guy right on those top steps will be the first man in line.
Yeah, and that 1v1 against Afro. That could stay. There's the tags. Get on out. Again, 125 to play. If you hold the device, when the clock runs, you will win the game. Think gunfight, think the flag. Here we go.
And you're just so turtled on C9. I always hate the turtles, but again, if you don't have the UAV, you're feeling a little bit squirrelier.
Yeah.
You're just trying to, you isolate a single player. You get one kill, and you immediately have the cards in your hand.
But you have to watch out for the health regen on the push. What's going to be going on here? What kind of advantage are you looking for? Up the map, we now creep Vancouver. Oh, and Gwyn's been caught out. He's dealing the damage, and Mac over the top's going to chase this one down. Not going to let him get away with his life. What a battle over to the pistols. It now goes, and the sidearms are out, and Gwyn is on the chase. He's gone and got a top green. We've lost a 2v3. Legend on the run, and he's down and out as well. Last lives. It's a 1v2. But an open goal.
Gwyn versus the world, and yeah, it's just a foot race.
It's a race is on, and Afro the sprint towards it.
Wow.
A smile on their faces as you gambled the wrong way. Cloud9, it's kills, not the goals that win the map for them. And that is the 3-0 complete. Another tense, sudden death here on Overload.
Those sequences are always so nutty as well. I mean, just the 1v1 battle Mac and Gwyn had, but in the meantime, as soon as Abe falls in Motel, and you know that Gwyn's over on the other side of the map, top green, those players flew at Legend. And Legend might have had the UAV with the device in hand, but obviously the other team can see where he's at as well. Isolate the guy with the pistol, run him over, and a snap of a play call, a delicate moment in the overtimes is Overload, but C9 come out on top, and they get the 3-0.
Oh, man. Well, quick look at our stats. What was it? An electric game. Fantastic work here from Lunas and Gwyn in the assist department, but hey, when it comes down to it, the second half was really where C9 started to shine. Not enough of a buffer, not enough of a strong bed made by Vancouver Surge in that first. So happy to see those two go in. They've improved upon their map score when it comes to Overload, but they have not managed to find success here yet in the COD League. C9 3, Vancouver Surge 0.
It's going to be a tough one, man. I mean, a 10-point game, a nail-biter-ish in the S&D, and then very much a nail-biter in the Overload. A painful one for Vancouver, but again, that is just a team sort of on the, you know, it's a speed race, right? You're trying to learn as much as you possibly can, and Legend, obviously a player that's only had a few weeks, and now we're in these brand new overtime situations where everybody's learning. It is a tough task indeed, but I'd say ultimately, good fight out of both squads. Congrats to C9 for the 10 CDL points.
It's a great fight out of both squads. It was a tense one, but not as tense as it is for our desk, who now safely, and the fans, got it all right.
Woo! Did not see the 3-0 coming in after the first half of that Overload. Let's talk a little bit about what just went down. Ali, you said at the end of this series, one player is not dropping enough damage in this lobby, and you don't think he'll survive.
I mean, respectfully, it's like one of those things where it's always going to be hard when you kind of just throw him to the wolves of the professionals, right? It's not that the talent isn't there. Yes, Legend, sorry. It's not that the talent isn't there. It's just like, I feel like this is something you learn in challengers. You go, you get a feel for the game first, and then maybe you get brought up to the pro scene. We saw XNet. It took him, what, 2 years, and now he's hanging with some of the best. I just think it was too soon.
Legend, rough go in that game number 3. And let's talk Overload as we take a look at the highlights here. Overtime is going to be exciting. This is only our second sudden death that we have seen since the start of the league. Walk me through kind of the situations, because you can...
We're going to call it at that. I hope y'all enjoyed that watch party. Tomorrow we got some more bangers, some Call of Duty matchups. So definitely watch out for that. Later on today, around probably in an hour or so, I will be on Overwatch, so definitely watch out for that. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you do know when I do Z's, when I'm able to, and then of course freaking other gameplays like COD, Overwatch, probably some other games down the line. But yeah, other than that, guys, this has been your boy Darkrai, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.